just robbed a tower for the male lead. But when the girls asked them one by one, "Is it when you like yourself?" And the answer was no. Until the girl announced that he was going back to inherit the family business. By the way, recruit a new one. The duplicitous male protagonists were completely panicked. I didn't expect him to leave so calmly. Then this will be the last time we meet. Take care, everyone. At the age of 8, the girl realized that she was a transmigrator. Memories come to mind. Are you Kim Soo-yeon? Why do you call him Espen? The only daughter of the Count. He pinched his face. Cheek hurts. It seems this is not a dream. He sat there dumbfounded. Then I heard people gathered together and whispering, a mix of interest and mockery. Girl probing and listening. The royal family is looking for a playmate for the first prince. Say it's a playmate, but what that is, everybody knows. Princess Isabel has gone too far. The girl seems to have heard this name somewhere. He suddenly remembered a novel. Your Majesty, please don't be persistent. Simon Ho, who has trained great magicians from generation to generation. Great, but one day, the offspring are only children without magical talents. Brianna, approaching the male protagonist for the declining family. That's the heir to the throne. First Prince Luciano. After the death of Queen Frederick, the princess and second Prince Stephen. The moment is crushing. Lucy, Brianna needs the strength to rejuvenate her family, and Luciano needs his own power. Two people join hands for a purpose, and then, through various events, finally fall in love. So now, this is the world of fiction. He crossed, and the girl's eyes lit up. Based on the experience of readers of long-term novels, it turns out that he has become the protagonist of the novel. The girl believes without a doubt that she is the new heroine. Sure enough, this is a way to travel through the novel genre. Luciano, the hero of the original novel, Frederick, sophomore, Harrison Orendo, and the villain, Darian Quaid. Maybe his hero is among them. Now the princess and princes enter, fair skin, bright blonde hair, and gorgeous looks with red eyes. This kid is Luciano, the original male protagonist. Although he will later become a persistent man, but childhood is really sad. The princess holds a spring tea party every year, ostensibly an intimate gathering of the children of the nobility, but nobody knows what it means. Watching his son being dominated by nobles. Then confirm that Luciano is sitting alone on the side. What a blatant exclusion. The princess created a kind face. Is Prince Luciano alone again this year? Yes. Oh my God. No social skills. The prince is so introverted. I had to come out and worry everyone here. Does anyone want to be close to Prince Luciano? The prince seems too lonely. People didn't dare to move when they looked at the princess, and Luciano has to confirm again. The moment when you are an orphan, although it is an expected plot, but he couldn't stand it. I would like me to be the prince's friend. I don't understand. Looking at the eyes is also a necessary condition for the female protagonist of The Sun. All eyes were immediately focused on the girl. Hear his manifesto. The princess's face froze. Thank you for being willing to do this. What is the name of our brave lady? First meeting. I'm Ashvin, of the Earl of Semir. The princess glanced in the direction of his parents. The Count raised his children very specially. Everyone sat quietly. Espen stood up without hesitation. Really gentle and kind. Now it's time for him to look. Do you mean to be quiet? But, I'm sorry, her goal is to become a sunshine heroine. Thank you for hearing her hearty reply. Answer. Huang Fei is very stiff. Asked another question. Why did Espen want to be Luciano? What about the prince's friend? Is it out of sympathy? What would make people misunderstand? Luciano. You wouldn't believe that, would you? His red eyes sank coldly. There is no way. Espen puts on an innocent look. I don't understand what you are talking about. Do you need a reason to make friends? The princess seemed to have lost her patience. Espen is necessary and... Can Prince Cassiano become friends? Her Royal Highness. That's a strange question. You said just now that you were worried about the prince alone. The word must. But I feel... You seem to be treating me and the Emperor... I don't feel comfortable being friends. I was taught to get along well with people. Isn't that the case with everyone? People look away guiltily. The princess just wanted to calm the situation through an apology. I continue to attack before the chaos subsides. Or maybe you don't like me. It is impossible for Her Royal Highness to object to the prince having friends. So, is it because I'm just a count's boy? There was an awkward atmosphere among the nobles. At first glance, it looks like a princess persecuting an innocent child. The princess had to back down. Of course you can be Luciano's friend. Really? Am I qualified? The girl looked up suddenly. Not a single tear on my face. Huang Fei's expression was distorted, of course. Please take good care of the prince. Yes, please don't worry. Then Espen walked towards Luciano. His Royal Highness, Prince Luciano. I'm Espen Samuel. Let's start getting along well today. How about a little handsome, like a heroine? After the camellia will come back. The earls, Benjamin and Lily, were very worried. Baby's performance today surprised Mom. Espen didn't know what to do. Usually in romance novels, it's rare for both parents to be alive. If both are alive, their parents are like garbage. It's a lot of harsh environments. But Espen's parents are normal. I would do anything for my beloved daughter, baby. Do you really want to be friends with Luciano? Espen realized that she was being reckless. The Count and his wife could be hurt. But he doesn't regret his actions against the princess. The situation of His Royal Highness the Prince just now was too sad. I can't stand by and watch.
I'm sorry for coming forward without authorization. Maybe get scolded. After Dad and Mom looked at each other, then I gently stroked his head. You are not wrong. We're just worried that you'll go through difficulties. Dad is actually proud of you for helping others. It's okay to do whatever you want. Yeah, honey, have a good time with His Royal Highness the Prince. Feel free to say if you need help. Mom and Dad will always be on your side. Is this unconditional love? Can he accept such warm feelings? They believed him to be Espen and loved him so much. He fought back the tears so they wouldn't spill out of his eyes. The next second, my father hugged him. It didn't matter. Don't worry about it alone. The girl returns to her father. When will you be able to speak frankly? I'm not your daughter in a few days. Espen arrived at the palace. Hello, Prince Luciano. I'm Espen Samuel. You must have been waiting for me all this time. Luciano was silent for a long time. He opened his mouth coldly. Who let you in? The girl explained the visiting letter she had sent, but I don't remember replying. I'm busy. I'll go back now. Totally didn't expect this to happen. Espen was stunned on the spot. Didn't you say to get along well? You can't be friends if you don't meet. How ridiculous. Your imaginary friend is without their permission. Is it a relationship that can be visited any time? I don't need friends without basic interests. Better disappear before I come back. Then he closed the door and left. The girl couldn't believe she was left like this. At the tea party, before I also gave the princess a slap in the face. There's no need to be so cold. But I'm not entirely right. Luciano was already suspicious of others, exhausted from various assassination attempts. But the heroine also went through a lot of conflict to get close. Just try hard. One day it will be closer. The girl believes so. Since then, she's been trying to write to Lucy. But after sending 10 letters, I still couldn't get consent. The girl threw herself on the bed and kicked her hands and feet. When you have a headache, the nursing mother made suggestions. Then don't send it now. It seems that His Royal Highness the Prince has not intention to get close to others. In fact, Espen knows very well that Lucy hates contact. But I saw it with my own eyes. How can you stand by and watch? Before adulthood, Lucy has to endure loneliness alone. Before that, I want to be his strength until adulthood. Harrison, the second male, will become his guardian knight. One last try. If you are rejected again, this time we can only find other ways. However, a few days later, just as he was about to give up, Lucy granted him permission to visit. Good day, Luciano, His Royal Highness. Please, call me Espen. Lucy stared at him with the eyes of a rare beast. Do people often say that you lack money? And Espen was on fire, but still held back. I thought my attitude had changed, but the personality is still the same. Who? People often say I'm smart. Then why can't you understand human language? Make sure people say the same thing over and over again. The male protagonist thinks the threshold is too high. Your own light cannot penetrate. He once again pressed to withstand the rising anger to attack the ice. The mountain man needs more sunshine. He launched the Nirvana skill, understand? But I don't understand because I want to see His Highness. However, There is no response in the past. Why is that? The girl expressed her desire to become friends with Her Royal Highness. Lucy still has no oil and salt. If it's because of what I said at the tea party, no need to pretend to be close. Espen suddenly remembered. Dialogue with the princess at the tea party. He thinks, are you forced to be friends? So wrong. His Royal Highness, Prince Luciano. I don't care what other people think. I just really want to be friends with His Royal Highness the Prince. So can you spare some time in the future? I will show you that I have no other intentions. Lucy hesitated. Go find someone else who is willing to accept you for that kind of thing. It wasn't me. That's why I called you here. Go back now. Espen is no longer entangled. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you next time. We talked a little more today than last time. Consider it progress. How can the protagonist give up easily? The sunny heroine should be unyielding. Little do you know. Lucy stood by the window and watched the girl leave. For him, there can't be trusted friends or something like that. After being allowed to visit the prince's palace, he began to visit Lucy regularly. And when he's at home, he puts together the original text, future events of the characters, popularity in the capital, etc. The biggest problem is, the original starts when the characters come of age, but the time point I crossed is in the spread. Lucy's childhood was anything but distrustful of others. Not much to refer to. A year later, the girl still hasn't been able to make friends with Lucy. During this period, it was just a unilateral visit by himself and a few customary conversations. Lucy's heart is still not open. Their relationship, it's a flirtatious and ambiguous state. If this goes on, even the heroine will appear. Is there any way to get close to others? But the nurse hasn't had it in years. New friend. Before possession. Espen used to have some friends, but since knowing that he and Luciano, after the prince, got along, all disconnected. How about preparing a gift as suggested by my mother? You often go to the prince's palace during this time. Every time you go empty-handed, so to speak. He really never brought a gift. Instead, they only ask for things. Although I don't know what His Royal Highness the Prince likes, but no one hates a well-prepared gift. And Espen had an epiphany. He knows what to prepare, and I'm sure Lucy will like this gift. And the next day, Espen will visit you with dessert. Prince Lucia Lane. Maybe it's too lively. Lucy cast a colder look than usual. The girl replied with a smile. The gift I brought to His Royal Highness the Prince today. He handed out the basket. How about a muffin for you? The fragrance is nice, right? In the original work, Lu Shi does not like sweets. He thought that would make him weak. But the only thing I've ever expressed my liking for, it was the muffin cake that the heroine Brianna gave him. Just finished. It's still warm. Try one. But Lu Shi just stared quietly. Are you afraid that it won't taste good? Not very sweet. You should be able to eat it. Don't you like it? But the prince's expression grew gloomy. Who asked you to bring this rubbish here? The girl explained that she was taken care of, only brought by the courtesy of being a guest. The prince's cold interrogation was full of hostility. How to prove that it is not poisoned? This empty finger makes the girl dumbfounded. No poison? Why should I poison the prince? His attitude is even more serious. I never trust outsiders to vote. Those who give food are untrustworthy. Take it back, and never come to me again. The prince's words were unequivocal. Suddenly understand why for a year he wouldn't even serve tea. He is wary of all cooperative behavior, worried about being scared at any time. Mentioned in the original, the prince was threatened with poisoning as a child. I just ran into the muzzle of the gun when he was most on guard. He's not out of skill now. I really feel guilty for wanting to be close to the prince. I don't want to leave after hurting him like this. The misunderstanding must be cleared up. I will prove it to you. Eager cries make his feet move. If I'm still fine after eating, prove to be invisible. Please believe me. He gobbled up the cake. The prince cast an idiot's gaze. What are you doing? Can't you stop and get out? Girls know it's stupid, but that's all I can think of at the moment. Masterpieces of the early Ming dynasty were supposed to be delicious. Now it's the same chew wax. I can understand you don't believe me, but I really didn't mean to hurt His Highness. Everyone close to the prince, not all are malicious. Please let me prove. After saying that, he
He buried his head in the cake. Like emptying the basket is the goal, he scrambled to put it in his mouth. Eat one by one. Do you think I will believe you like this? Don't do useless things. No way. That's all I can do now. During this time, no matter how thick-skinned he is, Luciano just watched with silent eyes. It made him feel like being the heroine. The handle obtained later. He firmly believes that the male protagonist is slowly being penetrated by himself. But in a society with a strict hierarchy of identities, this reckless behavior is deeply offensive. Luciano is so strident and emotional. Or the first time. This means the threat of poisoning touched the bottom line that he will never tolerate. But now he admits his stupidity. When facing a real threat of illness, how can one stay calm? Obviously someone is planning to kill me. How can you live as if nothing happened? I take it lightly.
Because to him, it's just a world of fiction. I never thought it was that hard to live. Anyway, Luciano will survive, will become the strongest in the world. What happened to him? It's just a way to spice up the novel. The Crown Prince is desperately trying to survive every day. In his eyes, the girl's smile every day is hypocritical, is frivolous. It's hard to trust and unreliable. I failed to approach Luciano sincerely, but he complained about his distrust. Now that's selfish. Mafenka stuck in his throat. The first time I experienced such real pain. It's only too late to realize that this is reality. It's my life. Suddenly aggrieved and afraid. Hindsight worry. Can you survive in this world? After the excitement of crossing over subsided, dazed and powerless, orbital swelling. But staring hard didn't let the tears fall. It's already annoying. It will be more obvious if you cry again. Mixed with guilt for Luciano and a sense of belated reality. Swallow down. Ma'in full of complex emotions. Keep eating. Let the stomach turn over. Unspeakably complex emotions. Chew in the stomach with the muffin swallowed by the super line. It's all finished. Am I okay? There's no poison in it. Just as he was talking, he suddenly realized that something big was wrong. Can't take it anymore. Although I want to run away immediately, but it feels like it's over. See him as pale as ever, more skeptical. Sure enough, there is something wrong with that cake. Espen hastily denied. I just ate too much. With a strange cry, muffin upstream from the stomach. The dramatic expression that witnessed this scene froze. The girl's first thought, he actually saw himself like this. Sure to misunderstand. Squeeze out desperately in the vomiting feeling of overturning the river. Explain that this is not poison. Although I have been willful before, but I never meant to hurt you. Luciano did not shy away. I witnessed his embarrassed appearance the whole time. And thankfully, there's no time for shame. After vomiting to the point of collapse, he finally collapsed. It's all because of my own stupidity and selfishness. The thought of always hurting others unintentionally. Tears of guilt welled up. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And Lucy comforted him with her hand. Why on earth are you doing this? What are the benefits of being friends with me? Unable to understand, Lucy immediately contacted the Count's house. Arranged for someone to pick up Espen, who fainted. The mother was carried back because of herself. It was a shock. Our baby, did you rest well? Don't worry, I'm eating well. Rest well. So it's totally fine. That's fine, don't force it. As I said before, Mom and Dad will always be on your side. It's okay to do whatever you want, but you must take good care of your body. Then have a good rest. It seems that my mother is worried that she will go to the palace again. Seeing the lady appease the lady like this, parents feel that he has grown up a lot. Sure, how long have I been an adult? He doesn't know why he crossed. I don't know where the real Espen went, but the parents and the nanny and the people at the bottom of the house, it's a fact that you love yourself very much, so they wouldn't worry. Girls should stop being obsessed with the protagonist. He is going to write his last letter, apologize for being rude in front of His Royal Highness the Prince. Don't bother him anymore. Yeah, that's right. Wanna be Luciano's force. It's just my own greed. In the future, you must do your best in your position. Do what you can. Trying to live my life. But it didn't take long. He received an invitation from the princess. Remembering the scene of myself vomiting into a coma that day, Espen shot dead instantly. But I can't refuse Wang Fei's invitation. I wanted to take this opportunity to make new friends. As soon as the materials arrived, they were queued. Not only do you place him at the furthest point, just about to say hello, also seen by a young red-haired witch. The girl turned her head sharply. Pretend not to see your own movements. Keep talking to the person next to you. As if mocking him, Espen looked around, caught several children peeking at him. When they met, they panicked and avoided the auction. Apparently, it was Princess Isabel who instigated the children. It turned out that the parents were not allowed to attend for this. Do you think isolation can be at the mercy of his wishes? It's ridiculous. I'm not really 9 years old. How can you shed tears because of this? What's so funny? The cold voice sent him into cardiac arrest. I almost forgot that I knew we would meet. Until this moment, my heart was beating wildly. Espen turned his head stiffly. His Royal Highness, Prince Luciano. I didn't say hello well last time. I'm so sorry. Luciano looked at him with cold eyes. Just said, okay. Prince Luciano should also be gentle with his friends. I heard the voice of Princess Isabel. Espen got up and saluted. It is an honor to be seated with a distinguished person. I just got distracted and failed to greet in time. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. Excusable. So please feel free to take your seats. He was seated at the central table with Prince Stephen. Prince Luciano sat at the table with Essen. Digital is doing well lately. This year, I specially invited elders, just to make you feel more at ease. Does writing feel restrained? Princess Isabel announces the start of the tea party. Betty was the first to court the princess. We've all grown up. Thank you for organizing such a beautiful party. Others also came forward to please the princess. The services of Her Royal Highness the Princess will have a great time. I'm afraid this empire is not going to be arrogant to the imperial concubine. Sitting on the ground, children scramble to shovel like hungry wolves. He sighed involuntarily. In the beginning, now the left ear is into the right ear, listening to the surrounding conversation. The princess suddenly named Prince Luciano. Why is it so quiet? Espen will be sad. The girl smiled weakly.
My body has not recovered. Continue another day. The princess pretends to be worried. Zwang said in the letter that he was seriously ill. May I ask what's going on here? Just mild indigestion. Speaking of Luciano a while ago, there seems to be trouble in the prince's palace. Could it be that someone bullied Espen or something? His gaze hesitated between the two. I see. I want everyone to see Espen betray Luciano. Why isn't Espen talking? If you are afraid of retaliation, I will protect you. Don't worry, the girl speaks slowly. I am relieved that Her Royal Highness the Princess said so. I was really bullied. Hear the answer. The princess suddenly looked ruthless. How dare you bully others in the palace? Who did such an unreasonable act? Espen told me who this palace is and will never forgive. The girl pointed out her finger, and it was him. Under the nervous gaze of the crowd, his fingertips pointed precisely at Betty. Betty bullied me. Then Luciano looked at him sharply. Betty was so frightened that she stood up and refuted. How was it possible? When did I bully you? When I wanted to say hello just now, you deliberately ignore me and laugh with the other kids. He looked at the princess at a loss. The princess still doesn't give up. Implied that he only knew Prince Luciano. Espen must have misunderstood. Betty wouldn't do that. Espen, think again. No one else is really bullying you. If he doesn't count, then no one bullies me. The princess suddenly threw a sharp question. What happened to fainting in the palace before? Espen doesn't know how to answer. Is he going to hold on until he gives what he wants? Do you want the answer? Before, there were strange rumors about that. Even for the reputation of the royal family, you'd better make it clear. If it's hard to speak, Prince Luciano, who was there that day, answered the following. How about that? There was a last resort at that time. What is the situation that makes you hide so much? Is it about the prince himself? Espen sees that this is not good. If you let it go, the compound will only get bigger. It was my fault that Her Royal Highness fainted that day. Although it is embarrassing to say it in front of so many people, but Luciano can't be hurt again out of fear. The princess misunderstood. I'm gluttonous. The princess can't believe she's gluttonous. He became more and more embarrassed and explained that the muffin he bought was too delicious. Even the prince's share was snatched to eat. As a result, I had indigestion, ate too much, and fainted, right? After repeated confirmation, the princess's expression was completely distorted. What nonsense is that? The atmosphere was suddenly subtle.
This is the first time I see Her Royal Highness the Princess angry. It's so scary that the princess has blamed her whole life. Completely withdrew attention to Espen. Hazel, check your appetite? The boy who was suddenly named tried to cater. If you are not satisfied, change the theme immediately.
It's as narrow-minded as Chiano. There will be a lot of trouble in the future, but because he overcomes everything, the protagonist of a happy ending. So now, take a step back and cheer for him. But unexpectedly, he received an invitation from Luciano. The prince picked up the teapot. The sound of water pouring into the teacup, the aroma of tea permeates. The girl pinched her fleshy cheeks. He's not dreaming, is he? After pouring the tea, he pushed the teacup in front of the girl. Espen picked up the teacup. The warmth of the cup is strangely real. When the tea soup soaks into the mouth, he was shocked. What makes it taste so good? It's completely colorless. The temperature is just right. The aroma is also great. Is this also the talent of the male lead? What's wrong? Because the tea tastes so good. During tea drinking, Prince Luciano is not talking. He doesn't want to play the role of sunshine like he used to. Cheerful character. Just drink tea quietly. Luciano just watched him drink. Espen saw this and opened his mouth. Didn't you call me here to say something? Although, thank you for your hospitality. But if it's all right, I'll go back first. Your Highness should be very busy too. Luciano has changed his previous coldness. He was so hesitant. Next time, Luciano asks him with clear eyes, "When will you come again next time?" Hear words of disbelief. When will you come again next time? Forget about others. How could Prince Luciano say such a thing? Stomach upset first. Now there is something wrong with the ear. Could it be that Espen actually has an incurable disease? Organ failure everywhere. Premature death. That's why the original didn't appear. Wasn't reality storytelling popular a while ago? Trying to convince myself with this ridiculous reason. What's the answer? If it weren't for the phantom Prince Luciano's questioning, it's right in front of you, but it doesn't feel real. What did you just say? Unconsciously stupid question. Prince Luciano pursed his lips tightly. Is that a dissatisfied expression? I saw Prince Luciano today. Rich expression changes. I ask, when will you come again next time? It's been a weird day. No matter what you think, it's like a dream. After blinking vigorously, pictorial perfect Luciano. Where is the prince still standing? He was really looking forward to my next visit. Why did I ask the question? Prince Luciano is famous again. Before the muffin incident, I might be overjoyed. I thought he was finally moved by my sunshine strategy, but obviously not now. Your Highness doesn't want to see me again, does he? If Prince Luciano hadn't denied it, he had expected it. So don't be disappointed. Then why ask about the next meeting? Tell me now. I stared at him quietly. His lips moved for a long time. Waiting patiently. After a long silence, he finally spoke of my responsibility. Well, what responsibility? It's too obtrusive for me. I'm sorry I can't understand. As Prince Giano's guilty words, what responsibility? Everything that happens to you. He made it sound like something had happened to me. Did something happen when I didn't know? What happened to me? After the rhetorical question, the yellow boy of Chiano opened his eyes slightly. His surprised reaction puzzled me instead. My biggest embarrassment, just vomiting and passing out in front of him. You are, because I lost my temper in front of you, passed out. But what is he responsible for? Although fainting might worry him, but gluttony is my choice. I don't want to pass the buck to him. More than that, there are others. I really don't know what's going on. It seems to be all right, he muttered to himself, a little lost. This reaction makes me wonder what really happened. Wait, did something really happen? I don't know about myself. I scratched my cheek. He fell silent again. Anyway, it was pretty clear. Although it is unclear, but he has a sense of responsibility to me, so I want to continue meeting. Huan Yanji doesn't need to see it without a sense of responsibility, although I don't know what you are worried about, but I'm really okay. You are not responsible for me. I cleaned up the situation. Although tell him there is no need to feel fearless guilt. But Prince Chiano's reaction was strange. Really? He gave an odd look, and for a moment he murmured to himself. Just say it. Talking to yourself since just now. It's depressing. But I know why I was invited today. Lucky. The sudden change in temperament makes my heart heavy. If the reason is just guilt and responsibility,
I said, "It's okay. Isn't it solved?" After all doubts are resolved, I feel good. Like something is stuck in my chest. Since His Royal Highness the Prince is not responsible, then I'll just go. Can you close the door? In a relaxed mood, unconsciously make a bright sound. Even I can hear it myself. This is the most lively tone today. Hearing this, Prince Chiano's expression became subtle. It's so absurd that I'm speechless. Then suddenly threw out a sentence with a sullen face. Your attitude is so different from before. That was meant for me? Who is talking about whose attitude? Then does the attitude change? Does it matter? Anyway, no need to pretend now. My blunt words make Prince Chiano's eyes widen, hesitant to say. What's up? You and I are over long ago. Lend me a straight face. Prince Chiano's expression changed. A few days ago, I still remember, to find me. He looks like he's got airbags. Although it's true that I've been stalking him, but that doesn't sound good to me either. Obviously, you rejected me first.
Did you want to be close to you at that time? I don't think so now. Did he ever talk like that before? The continuous words confused me. And Prince Luciano seemed very upset. Wait, isn't it when the other party is about to distance themselves? It's a pity that it's an old-fashioned plot. It's disgusting if that's the case. Yeah, I've been working hard for a year. It should be enough. It's tiring to pay unilaterally. Enduring Messi's efforts this year. And the grievances suffered by him. Pretending to be arrogant. Answer, a little arrogant. Prince Luciano glared at me. Wrong. 1 year is not enough. Keep trying. Then see you at 2 o'clock the day after tomorrow. Slammed the door shut. The carriage started when I was stunned. Through the window, I can still feel Prince Luciano's sticky line of sight. What is this? I don't know what's going on, even though I've experienced it firsthand. The prince's reaction today only made me angry. Responsibility is understandable. After all, the theorem, he has a strong sense of responsibility. But what is that last sentence? Why is it that you suddenly say you need to work harder? Think of it as a makeshift uprising. Could it be that the heroine keeps her distance? The cliché that made him nostalgic. Just a belated heroine halo. But Prince Luciano's reaction was anything but romantic. Not even a sign. Although reluctant, but obviously not out of like. Well, anyway, shake your head and clear your mind. I can't guess what the prince thinks. Just empty your brain. I visited the palace again by unilateral agreement, staring at the teacup in front of me. Drink it. See me. Just watch and don't drink. He even kindly urged. This time I will also guide slowly. Just the right aroma of tea spreads in the mouth. Even the taste can be truly felt. It's amazing. Dreams are too real. What a miracle. It's not realistic to wait for the other party to take the initiative to talk, right? Isn't it a dream? Not a dream. My self-talk is constantly being echoed. But it would be weird if it weren't for the dream. But why check it for me? Don't you hate drinking with people? This is Prince Luciano. Invited me to tea for the second time. Ask sincerely. But I saw that his brows were slightly rough. The 4th generation is dissatisfied with this issue, and it has to be passed. Last time, right? It seems there is. What's all the fuss about that? Really? Isn't that strange? Obviously strange. The last time I brought Muffin here, I was thrown in public. See him as if nothing had happened. It made me fuss. But at the moment, the prince is observing gracefully and calmly. As calmly as we often get along. It's that simple. Why did I suffer last year? The big mistake that made me outraged the other day. What is it? Now face to face is too absurd. And forget about embarrassment. More wrong than shame. This eerie harmony. Let me just pause. Silence spreads again. I was comfortable last time. Today is inexplicably not. Since I am unwilling, take the initiative to break the deadlock. What does His Highness think? It is also very abnormal to return in seconds. I feel that something is wrong early. But that's not the point now. What responsibility do you want to take? After thinking hard, I don't understand what he owes me. It's completely baffling. It was this calamity that brought us here. The prince put down the teacup. The red copper slowly swept across my body.
The sight is as sticky as stone. Didn't you say before that I don't need to be responsible? He didn't argue. Looking back, there's really no reason to blame him. Yes, then it's over. Since you think you're safe, why bother asking what this is? I swallowed the nonsense. I almost scolded. Take a deep breath to calm down. Your Highness thinks I have been victimized. But you just said no. He said irritating words with a calm face. No. Just as I was about to get angry, I suddenly realized that it was insignificant. But I finally noticed the change of the prince. Recall past conversations. You can't be close to everyone on your side. Go find someone else who is willing to accept you. What do you think? I would believe in you and accept food. Then I remembered today's conversation. If you think you haven't been hurt, I don't think it's necessary to know. So you said you weren't hurt. My name has changed. I thought I was the main character. Episode 15. The one who stubbornly uses the rusty name over there. Now I use Jingyu like your excellency. This invites me. Treating me to tea is even more shocking. What happened suddenly? Are you really crazy? The second half of the sentence was swallowed back, but unconsciously used a questioning tone. Different from me. Prince Luciano is poised. What's the problem? You have a problem? Suddenly started talking to me. It makes you unhappy. Not dissatisfaction, but it's weird. Is that strange? No, of course, you are curious. Weird. Of course, super weird. Didn't you ignore me before? If you don't even want to call your name, you can use it perfunctorily. Knowing this, he still came to me. I heard it all. Don't scold me like you're talking to yourself. That's not the problem. Don't change the subject. Why are you doing this to me? New way to tease. Pretend to be kind to let my guard down. Prince Luciano's attitude suddenly changed. To be honest, I'm starting to get a little scared now.
Cross your hands in an X shape to protect your arms. See my defensive posture. Prince Luciano frowned. It makes you feel like you're being teased. It means that's the weird thing. The treatment I received before. Not even the stones on the side of the road. I'm just telling the truth. It was as if he had heard something he shouldn't have. Distorted expression. Your personality has really changed a lot. I wanted to be close to you at that time. And no matter how I change, your attitude towards me has changed too much. I have seen the most embarrassing look. What sunshine is installed now? And I've had the worst of it. There's nothing to be afraid of and regret. Due to this mentality, I say nothing. Seems tired of my thick skin. Prince Luciano sighed again. Decided to show you a little respect. That was all. Respect. Unconsciously let out a ridiculous dry laugh first. Is this word really appropriate between us? I clearly saw my wrong reaction. Prince Luciano appeared calm. This guy is cheeky too. How far have I been ignored? It's better not to know. Don't answer this question. Emotions keep surging. Can't understand emotions. Why is it? You clearly said you want to respect me. Why are you so angry? Is it because you can't bear to waste a year? Or because of... This is the moment to end the relationship. I just feel complicated. Why suddenly? You want to respect me? Because I found that you are a person worthy of respect. Although I have been answering seriously, but the essence of the conversation was missing. Where did you get this impression? Didn't you prove it yourself? I was about to ask, when do you suddenly shut up? Does it mean that you don't want to believe it? But speaking of proof, there's only one thing I can think of. Did you cover your mouth when you said that? The scoring incident is something you absolutely don't want to mention in person. But Luciano, the prince seemed to have guessed what I was going to say, and he nodded his head. Exactly. Really started to trust me because of that. I thought it was a severing event. The other party said it was an opportunity to generate a good impression, although I did eat it desperately to prove it. But in the end, doesn't it show a shocking picture? I want to see me again after going through that. Very confusing. Confused about what?
You tried. I just approve. That's why you're going to treat me like a human now, right? Prince Luciano replied with only his eyes. It seems that I know it would be rude to say it directly. At the same time, I realized the prince's way of talking is very problematic. Is it because they have not been communicating? To maintain a year of meeting,
It is easy to believe the words of Prince Luciano. There are still many obstacles. If you really respect me, why don't you reply to the letter when you're better? Why is that? So distant at this tea party, and so forth. There's a lot about the fine dove, but decided not to delve into it. After all, Your Majesty, please don't be too persistent. It's not a novel about rationality. There were even comments. Some chapters are unreasonable. It's the kind of fiction that makes sense. Just give yourself a headache. Decided to accept reality quickly. This could also be the effect of the protagonist's aura. In a love novel, the protagonist gains the favor of the characters around him. Isn't it normal? Even if the protagonist rolls out halfway, people around you will also cheer. Wow, nice tumble. It's a romance novel. The protagonist's life is really good. What? Hear me mumble? The eyes of Prince Luciano. It's like looking at something weird. Nothing to look back on my life. Hear my defense. His eyes grew more suspicious. But now I'm in high spirits. I don't care, although it has been a hard year. I didn't expect it. Things can be solved in such a ridiculous and simple way. It will definitely go better next time. Go on like this, Harrison. Damien won't all fall in love with me. Say we want to live together. Just thinking about how to arrange it gives me a headache. Shaking your head to shake off your troubles. Feel the sight of Prince Luciano Ruili. What to see? I'm very different today. I'm in a confident mood. Look at Prince Luciano, thinking, are you old enough to look back on your life? It's really sophisticated for a 9-year-old, but gradually it didn't feel right. According to the routine of love novels, Prince Luciano should demonstrate paranoid enthusiasm reaction. Now it's a little tricky. Is it because of the suspicious stares that continue to be cast? Prince Luciano's current reaction, far from the attitude towards the sweetheart. At most, it is the treatment of upgrading from inorganic to human. It's sad to say. What have I been doing this year? Is it an illusion now? It becomes even more obvious upon closer inspection. My feelings for me did not flourish. It seems that Prince Luciano, just going to maintain a basic humane treatment for me, this way. Instead, I can't figure out the protagonist. Did the aura work? In times of chaos, asking directly is the best policy. So what the prince meant was, do you want to continue seeing me in the future? Prince Luciano. It took a jab. Yeah, and then gave a slightly sluggish reply. It should be this lukewarm attitude. It's unsettling. Are we friends now? Ask this. Obviously, you made this move first. I didn't answer, just staring at him blankly. It's up to you. But I'm going to hear it. That's what it means. I don't know if it accurately conveys this meaning. Prince Luciano said wearily. It's a friend after a year. Finally, from the mouth of Prince Luciano, heard the word friend. What happened, miss? Ah, I see you are a little worried. Did the prince bully you again? It seems that because of the muffin incident, the family thinks Luciano, the prince, is bullying me. Yeah, even Princess Isabel has this misunderstanding, not to mention the others. A little bit distracted, Romu's face changed. I quickly shook my head no. The prince really didn't bully me. Then why did you look like this when you came back from the palace? Because after obtaining the status of Prince Luciano's friend, trance, the nurse has been worried. I have become friends with Prince Luciano. Really? How? The accidental uplift of the voice betrays the shock of the nursing mother. See? I'm not alone in this surprise. It just became like this before you knew it. Isn't this what the lady has been looking forward to? You should be happy. How listless. Not so much. After hastily rebutting, the nurse squinted at me and I knew it all. Do you want me to say it one by one? It surrendered quickly under this line of sight. Okay, a little effort. But I didn't forget to use my thumb and index finger to compare. A little gesture. The wet nurse laughed out loud. But now that you got your wish, why do you look unhappy? Exactly. Obviously a warmly anticipated friendship. Is it because there are too many accidents?
Or is the protagonist's aura really not working? The reaction was flatter than expected. After finishing the tea party casually and returning to the bottom of the house, the mood is still tepid. It just feels weird. Shouldn't it be because of admitting, if you like the prince, you can reverse the throne? I didn't say I liked it. But didn't you default? Do you prefer to pursue unilaterally? Our lady has a special personality. Mom lives to make fun of me, right? Of course. How else would life be? The wet nurse screamed in a temper by the thick face of the wet nurse. My eyes widened. I was about to lose my temper. The wet nurse came over and rubbed my face. His fleshy cheeks dangled in the palm of his hand. Oh, why is Our Lady so cute? Voice full of love. Let my mood that is about to explode gradually soften. Yeah, I am cute, so it's also very troublesome. What if everyone fell in love with me? See me answer seriously. The wet nurse burst out laughing. Our Lady is really... Looking at the smiling nurse, I pouted. What? I'm serious! Obviously seriously considering the likelihood of survival for all. Only.
I feel sorry for not knowing that I am the nursing mother of the protagonist. If she knew I was the main character... Episode 16. The nursing mother is like hearing a child's words. Gugu laughed. It turns out that the lady wants to be a heartthrob? Not like that. Not trying to be a heartthrob. I'm worried that I've really become a heartthrob. To be a heartthrob, you have to keep working hard. My nursing mother could not understand my deeper worries. Oh, I said, it's not that the popularity is too high. You will be very tired if all 3 husbands were soaked in rain and dew. How troublesome. Miss Poof, the wet nurse, was shaking with laughter. Ended up laughing completely, even hugging my belly and laughing, even burst into tears. It seems really interesting. I'm just seriously considering future possibilities. The result was laughed at by the nursing mother. Don't faint when I'm popular in the future. In the past, I turned my face away in anger. The nurse can barely hold back the benefits. So I'm worried about being too popular. That's why I'm in a bad mood. Although the nurse said in a soothing tone, but I found her laughing again. When I stared, the nurse reached out to hold my face again and rubbed my cheek soothingly. It squashed and rounded like a glutinous rice cake. I have absolutely no resistance to the wet nurse trick. It will calm down for no reason. After all, is she smiling like this because she hurts me? I'll forgive her with a big heart. Not for that reason. Maybe the purpose of today's visit was not achieved. Not at ease. Speaking of which, you didn't mean to ask, clearly. Did the prince cause you any losses? Didn't ask. Chatting and chatting, the topic strays and forgets. Obviously the main purpose of today's appointment. As a result, I was scared by the friend's declaration and fooled it. I don't know. I was stupid. Or is Prince Luciano too cunning? So I'm listless. See me in a better mood. The wet nurse let go. Hot cheeks. The tense nerves are also relaxed. That's not all. I just feel inexplicably concerned. I dawdled into my nursing mother's arms. The nurse put her arms around me skillfully. Touch my hair. The mood becomes lazy. A nurse's hand is really magical. But well, I thought about it. Is it really necessary to know? The nurse said, and Luciano Prince, similar words. I'm in my nursing mother's arms. Break free from the test gold. Why do you say so? What happened to me? How can you be confused? See me excited, like a mother holding my hand to signal calm. According to the prince, things have happened. And you didn't know it at the time. That's right, but it's my business. If that's the kind of problem, if you don't know, it's nothing. If you know it, it will hurt. I don't want Miss to get hurt. The bitter expression of the nursing mother makes me feel like I've been hit with a dream stick in the back of my head. I've never thought of it that way before. But after listening to the nurse, I just realized that I can still think like this. I didn't have to do it, to uncover the unpleasant things. Does Prince Luciano know this too? It's been beating around the bush, like a mother gently stroking my hair, touching with worry, sending sincere love. Got it. I won't be curious anymore. I readily decided to listen to my nursing mother. Really? Take good care of the soul window, my person with good behavior, face up to the mother.
Although my parents also care about me, but not as good as the mother who is by my side all day. This year, I can feel it with all my heart. He's someone who really cares about me. I don't want the people on my side to worry. Well, listen to the nurse say so. I don't think it's necessary to know. The nurse's worried expression eased, and he looked at me with relief. When I was feeling a little embarrassed and shy, and it's really nice. What lady finally has a friend? I didn't even have a friend before. Nurse, how worried am I? Nurse, take back what you said just now, that you are your own. But I'm worried that you'll be too popular. Now that's what's really going to happen. See my strong advocate? The nurse smiled and hugged me. If the lady is angry, the nurse will be afraid. I don't know what to do. I'm going to lose my temper. Oops, so scary, he said in an unrestrained voice. Fingers suddenly started scratching my side. Yeah, the surprise attack made me laugh out loud. Although I twist my body to break free, but the wet nurse's fingers are stubborn. We were fighting like this for a while. Surrender and stop. Did the nursing mother win? I didn't surrender until I was about to die laughing. The nurse is triumphant. Let go! After the wind blew, I lost my strength. We play like this every day. Romu is just like my friend. It's unimaginable, fighting with Prince Giano like this. Just a friend? Can that prince really be considered a friend? Why not? It's royalty after all. It's always hard to hear me mutter, the mother's disapproving answer. What's so hard about it? The most humiliating look has been seen. There's nothing more embarrassing. Just relax and get along. Hey, that's true. The worst has been seen. What could be more difficult? Think of this. And you had an epiphany. It was because of that.
He wasn't emotionally engaged. Precisely because I showed such an amazing scene, even if I have the protagonist halo, can't get past that kind of shock scene? Stay in a relationship that won't develop into a relationship. Moderate favorability stage. I understand why. Prince Luciano's attitude is so ambiguous. After reaching this conclusion, the mood is inexplicably relaxed. Although love is out of play, but maybe we can become true friends. Although that mistake was placed in the relationship, shame enough to die. If you are a childhood sweetheart, it should be fine if you haven't seen each other's ugliness. The embarrassment can also be relieved. And so, along those lines, I think it's good to be friends with Prince Luciano, but still hate it. See, I was almost convinced, and suddenly refused. Romu looked confused. What does the lady hate? Made me work hard for a year. Don't be friends with him right away. Although the mother showed a speechless expression, but I can't help it. I also have self-esteem. Now serving tea seems to be the standard, every time I visit. Prince Luciano, always show up in person with the tea set. I'm not as shocked as I was at first. Take the teacup naturally. He also sat opposite silently, drinking tea. He sat upright, as if drinking tea was the only purpose. And so it went on. Really long time. What do you want? Since Prince Luciano announced that he would make friends, although I have thought about whether to try to be true friends with him, but I'm not as motivated as I used to be. So, if you don't go to the palace, you just roll around at home, playing with the nursing mother. After 2 weeks of quiet, received another invitation from Prince Luciano. Come by invitation. The result was a punitive silence. Although the tea party knew that the prince talked little, but really don't take the initiative to say a word. Does it make sense to meet like this? What are we going to play? Finally, I spoke first. What to do? Why did you invite me? Is there anything you want to do? When it's hard to answer with a question. I also figured out the personality of Prince Luciano. Features I don't particularly want to do. Then why did you ask? Do you want to keep drinking tea in silence like this? Is that normal? If you feel uncomfortable, you decide what to do. It's a charitable tone. You will cooperate if I decide. Within your power, Prince Luciano readily agreed. Play house. I don't really want to play. I just deliberately chose a game that is embarrassing. The prince thought for a moment. With a slightly embarrassed expression, no dolls. How about something else? Really consider found out. Last time we met, Prince Luciano's attitude softened surprisingly. Do you want to take the opportunity to make a request? Let's change the name first. Decided to start with the most important part. But for me, the specific topic seemed obtrusive to him. What's wrong with the name? Your Excellency doesn't like this title? Why don't you like it? Strange to ask that. So distant Emperor Luciano, who has always been fluent. Child suddenly fell silent. His face was as stiff as if he had been attacked. Hong Tong gazed at me with a subtle expression. Is that too much to ask? Because I don't want to agree. So no idea in that torn poker face. In fact, when Prince Luciano changed his name, although surprised by his change, but the mushy words also make me panic. 10-year-old says Your Excellency? It's no wonder you can't afford goosebumps. Even if it is the custom here, for me, with modern memory, still a burden. I must change this. And every time I hear it, I feel numb. Whispering to add, Prince Luciano's eyes widened. It was as if he had heard that for the first time in his life. Blinking slowly. Mushy meat. Finally, Prince Luciano, shocked to the point of mumbling to himself. I thought I was the main character. Episode 17. What's so surprising about this? Prince Luciano's reaction was more intense than expected. I'm really embarrassed to hear it. After a little observation, I've decided to press ahead. Let's do whatever we want. Long lost, show a bright smile like a sunny heroine. So Prince Luciano, staring at me like waking up from the shock, to urge him to make a quick decision, I grinned again. After a moment, he slowly shook his head. As you go, I actually agreed, although I suggested it. But I didn't expect to agree. Can't help but blurt out. See? Prince Luciano gave a ridiculous expression. Look over. Then he shook his head and sighed, like giving up. Dissuasion. It's you who said that, Esping, who has changed your attitude. Wow, it's called a name. Although the change was made in a hurry, but the name has changed. Applause around the historic moment. Like the humiliation of Prince Luciano. Woo you, how much do you plan to change? What do you mean? We're just getting started. This guy doesn't know anything. Lovers and friends are of course different. He's not my boyfriend candidate. There is no need to pretend to be sunny in front of you, heroine bar. The most embarrassing look has been seen by you. What are you surprised by now? I never dreamed of this personality. I always feel like he's sighing. Regret the decision to be friends with me. That won't work. Prince Luciano weighed me for over a year. I can't immediately consider him a friend either. I'm just getting started. Esteban looked up when he heard the call as he focused. Call me? Prince Luciano finished teaching, but just stare at me quietly. The expression seems to be hesitant. What's the matter? You have to sit and read. It seems that I am lying on the sofa reading a book. It upset him. Is it comfortable? Prince Luciano sighed. Queen of General Luciano. The poor king who ate me in an instant. It's already the 10th game of chess. I lost 10 straight. I can't take it anymore. What did you ruin? This step doesn't count. My hand slipped just now. It's not your turn yet. Go back. Under my deception, Luciano retracts the chess and retreats the queen 2 steps back. He sighs again and takes another step back. Time to grab his drawing hand and shout. He stared at the confused man. How dare you peek at the cards in the sacred card game? It's you who peeked at the trump card, right? It was discovered. I thought it wasn't revealed. See, you don't say a word. I thought I was faster than lightning. See me embarrassed? Prince Luciano sighed again. Let's make a bet today. What to bet? How about a child playing in the forehead if it is not suitable for gambling? What is a headshot? I bent my middle finger in a circle and flicked it with my thumb. Demonstrate the action of flicking the forehead like this. Are you sure? After Prince Luciano observed my gestures, confirmed this arrogant attitude. It's all his fault that he's so good. His genius is also on display in the game. Played many kinds of games, but basically can't beat him. People who don't even know the rules always win when they play. I shudder with anger every time. Prince Luciano is well aware of my good heart, but never give in. This guy is also a venomous snake. In short, every time you lose, you offer to bet. I'm confident that I will definitely win this time. Because this is a game that doesn't exist in this world. See me confident? Prince Luciano accepted the bet. This consent will make you regret it.
Must win today. Bring the chessboard. While he was holding the chessboard, he made me untie the cloth bag I had prepared. Farah picked up the stone from the backyard. Only 10 stones in size. 5 grams into white, 5 grams into black. What are stones used for? Have you heard of grabbing stones? In a previous life, I was known as a master grabber, although not go. But I believe in victory. That was 10 minutes ago. One more game. Facing Prince Luciano's proposal, I can't hide my frustration. It can't be like this. You can't even grab a pebble. Then play something else. See me lost? Prince Luciano begins to gather stones. Time to shoot in the forehead. Although unwilling, but keep the promise. I pushed my bangs open to reveal my forehead. Forget it, Prince Luciano said no. But I refuse. No, a bet is a bet.
Go ahead. He stared for a moment and then moved. Looking at the hand approaching the forehead, I closed my eyes. Does it hurt? He doesn't know how to shoot the forehead. Maybe it doesn't hurt. But that's Prince Luciano, a genius who does everything. The headshot is also a genius. It will hurt. I trembled and prayed to finish it soon. But after waiting for a long time, there was no expected pain. I secretly opened one eye to observe him. Don't talk about it. There is no such thing. Hit it and see me strongly advocate. Prince Luciano gives a strange expression. Just want to be beaten, don't you? How can you say that? No, it's not. I said it's okay. Why do you have to call me? Of course it's because I want to hit you too. He has no idea what I'm up to. Drawing the next move. Prince Luciano. Just stare at me like a lunatic. Come on. I'll lift my bangs again and close my eyes and wait. When to hit? Hurry up if you want to fight. Why do you keep procrastinating? Scared to death. The whole body was trembling with tension at this time. An unexpected softness fell on his forehead. My eyes widened. Seeing the stunned face of Prince Luciano. Why did that count as a fight just now? Well, the prince is poised. Really playing. Said yes. It turns out that Prince Luciano also has something he is not good at. Great, one more round, I exclaimed in excitement. After a few contacts, I tried to see how far the prince could tolerate me. Deliberately say arrogant things. Been a rogue a few times. I've even done things that I think are too much, but I didn't expect. The boundaries of tolerance for Prince Luciano unexpectedly wide. He sighs at most of my actions, but always say whatever you want, like making up for the past year. The prince obeys me, it seems. He is extremely cautious about who is included in his circle, but once accepted, it is infinitely tolerant. Objectively speaking, his cold personality is not suitable for being a friend. Don't like to explain. Harsh attitude. Not easy to get along with in any way. But you can accommodate me like this? It seems nice to be friends. Make a conclusion and announce it to the prince. I recognize you as a friend. The prince froze when he heard the astonishing words. At the urging of my eyes, he spoke. That's shocking. What was it before you recognized me as a friend? It's also been a few months to play together. He also put up with me a lot of vexatiousness. I can understand his sense of absurdity. It was an inspection period. See if His Royal Highness is suitable to be my friend. It's even more surprising not to know it's being investigated. So it's past now. That's why I told you. The prince ate it dutifully. I really can't do anything about you. Start looking good now. Go ahead, I declare with a bright smile. He shook his head again and again, and I did it anyway. In good conscience, only 3 months of investigation. He watched me for a whole year. That's very forgiving. That's how I consider Prince Luciano a friend. Quickly clean up. I'm very hungry today. I'm so hungry. Do you have anything to eat? Holding an empty stomach. Ask the prince for food with confidence. Wait for the prince to see me and leave the room in a while. Suddenly realize that although longevity treats, but never ate together. Because although I often come to the palace, don't stay long. No chance to eat. In a blink of an eye, the prince came back with 2 apples. Here you go. It's an unprocessed, raw apple, not even peeled. Didn't you say you were hungry? See me stunned and don't answer. The prince waved his hand and urged, I didn't expect it to be born. Don't all the palaces eat exquisite cuisine? It's so primitive. I usually eat like this. See me hesitating. The prince suddenly said, I saw his slightly dissatisfied expression. I just realized that he is sensitive to food because of poison. Don't even let the skin disappear. Take the apple quickly. I'm not particular about it, actually. Rubbed on the clothes. Click to bite. Sweet and sour. Sneak peek and find that the prince has also started to eat. Doubt while eating. He said he usually eats like this. Is it snacks or all food? It stands to reason that it is the former. But I always think it's the latter. After all, even people who are sensitive to muffin, do you also eat these for dinner? The prince's chewing stopped. Stare straight at me. The copper turned to ice, and that expression took my breath away. Just when I'm anxious, the prince opens his mouth, and the chef is easy to be bribed. It means I haven't eaten normal food for a long time. Not for health. Eat raw food just to survive. And my heart ached. I'm stupid again. Knowing that he is sensitive in this regard, he should be more careful. I didn't expect it to be so bad. And still, my friend. Stand up violently. Can you go out? I thought I was the main character. Episode 18. Facing Sudden Questions. The prince just stared blankly at me. It seems that because I don't always play by the rules, this time I'm guessing what I want to do. I don't know. If you can't go out, you have to go out. Go now. Dragging the prince out. He reluctantly held my hand, but he came to my house. We have guests. Prepare to be rich tonight. He jumped out of the carriage and shouted to the butler. Miss is back so early, but suddenly bring guests.
It was brought back from the palace, which surprised the housekeeper.
He turned around and saw the prince getting out of the carriage. The butler froze. Immediately after recognition, the attack is in progress. His Highness Luciano is honored. It's rude to visit suddenly. I was very troubled when I found out that I came to my house. The position that collided in front of people. Able housekeepers handle it well. How dare we entertain His Highness is our honor. It's just that the Count and his wife have an appointment tonight. Do you mind? Well, of course, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to see my parents. Your Highness, stop talking. Come over here. I'm afraid it's going to be a long speech if you let it go, I quickly interjected. Prince Luciano cast a speechless look. Then he said to the housekeeper, I'll go back with Esteban. Don't be too inhibited. Please feel free to ask if necessary. Do you want to visit the bottom of the house? Prince Luciano shook his head and refused. I took him into my playroom. Let's rest here until dinner is ready. I gestured to the sofa for him to relax and sit down. But His Royal Highness the Prince has been slow to move. Then I ran my hair over and over again irritably. Muttering to yourself is hard. What's difficult? You are unpredictable. How can you suddenly bring people like this? It bothers me. Fortunately, the Earl and his wife were not there. It's too messy. Well, look at his rare awkward expression and babble. Prince Luciano seemed genuinely frightened. Usually what I say is, a good person suddenly express emotion. Now he's finally his age. But that's the way to raid. It makes it too late to do tricks. Fretting in the room. The dazzling Prince Luciano suddenly stopped. He looked at me with fresh eyes. You did this to serve me a meal? No one expected. The other party can't use the means. Can you eat in peace? This time Prince Luciano looks real. After being stared at by that pair of Hong Tong for a moment, he made it. Then he closed his mouth tightly and showed a stubborn expression. It may be that they are moved to be able to eat serious meals. It can also be in a situation where anger is forcibly brought. I understand that he has mixed feelings. I wasn't picking up. Until I heard that dinner was ready. Prince Luciano is not speaking. Prepare in a hurry, there may be omissions. Please forgive me. The former butler of Shanghai greeted the prince first. Suddenly entertain the royal family. It's a burden for the housekeeper. I was about to tell him not to be nervous. Prince Luciano has responded briefly. Then please ask the butler to try it. The maid on standby pushes the dining cart in. The butler first placed the appetizer in front of the prince.
Set the plate for me again. Wow, I can't help but marvel. It seems that the housekeeper said that the lack of preparation is just 1,000 porcelain. This is shrimp grilled with tomatoes. Shrimp rich, stuffed with whey to add flavor. Drizzle with orange juice sauce to enhance the refreshing feeling.
Perhaps because of the royal visit, the chef is very attentive. The dishes are more appealing than usual. I can't wait to try it. Prince Luciano was slow to move the tableware, just staring at the food. It feels like I'm not familiar with anything. Please use my birth persuasion. The wing tube that was originally staring at the dinner plate turned. I seemed to understand his odd hesitation. Our head chef is good at craftsmanship. Try it, Lucia. Prince Nuo's hand finally picked up the stump. He moves slowly. At the same time, insert shrimp and tomatoes, sending to the entrance. Eyes gradually widening, and a creeping jaw. Huangzi chews like a chick for a long time before swallowing. I deliberately waited until he finished swallowing. How can you guess the reaction? But I still want to hear it for myself. Prince Luciano's eyes turned to me. Lightly trembling eyes, surging with indescribable emotions. I just wanted to ask my thoughts on the long-lost meal. I didn't realize it until I saw his moved expression. Although Muffin failed that time, but this reaction, much like when he realized his feelings for the heroine, the eyes that stare carry surging emotions. That wasn't my intention. Prince Luciano's flushed cheeks can't hide emotions. Excited lips like 1,000 words. Can you make up for the previous mistake this time? With the blessing of the perfect protagonist's aura, the popularity is steadily improving. But I'd be embarrassed if I really liked it. I feel emotions that approximate distress. When unconsciously thinking about countermeasures, gaze at my Prince Luciano, swallowed slowly like Zhengzhu, and opened his mouth. Sedara. Well, I was stunned by the novel expression. Isn't it delicious? I don't give up to confirm. It's Sedara, he said impatiently, and continued to eat. This blunt reaction made me feel disengaged belatedly. Where did the romance come from between us? I'm so stupid to worry. Maybe because it's not my man. In the same context, his reaction to the heroine and me was very different. Although this situation is a bit ridiculous, but it's good if Chiano eats happily. The idea came naturally. He seems to like food. The rate of eating gradually increases, but while trying to maintain elegance, but faster and faster, I want to lick the appetizer plate clean.
I quickly told the housekeeper to serve other dishes soon. Bring it all up. Let's be comfortable and understand. The housekeeper quickly presented the follow-up dishes. When the table is full, the housekeeper continues to retire. Missing bystanders. Prince Luciano ate even more happily. It seems to be quite relaxing with me, much more casual than in front of the housekeeper. Watching him eat without distractions, I'm glad I made the right decision to bring him here. Unknowingly, even cooking. After eating all the steak, he finally slowed down. Like full. The stretched eyebrows are written all over Yanzu's irritability before. Are you hungry? Prince Luciano's relaxed expression at the moment. It's tempting to think, well, delicious. Tease? Asked tentatively. You notice my smirk. Prince Luciano immediately raised his face. Returning to his cold expression, he was beaten down stiffly, said Sedarache. So stubborn. Anyway, so what if the reaction is different from the heroine? Look how delicious he eats. Let's stay out for dinner together in the future. Obviously happy to eat, but said to make an appointment next time. Prince Luciano's expression froze instantly. It's too dangerous to do this. Although understanding his need for caution, but to think that he hasn't been able to eat a decent meal, and I was panicking. It is the age to eat well. You can't just eat raw food. You don't have to eat at home. You can also go out to eat. Prince Luciano seems to be holding back some spots. Press your lips tightly. There's no danger in deciding on a temporary location, right? I don't know if the persuasion worked, or did he really like this long-lost meal? Occasionally, Prince Luciano, who thought he would continue to be stubborn, hesitant, I still agreed to the next invitation. My heart welled up. There is a sense of accomplishment in successfully feeding stray cats. Pay more attention to his diet in the future. As a friend, this little thing should always be done. That's it. Our friendship deepens. I thought I was the main character. Episode 19. If someone asks what kind of person Esping is, I only have one answer. He's special. Yes, he was different from the first time we met. From childhood, survival is my first medicine.
As a young and powerless first prince of the empire, enough to be a thorn in the side of others. His father's favorite, Princess Isabel. I'm angry about my existence. This hostility. After he gave birth to his son Stephen, he became naked. Just a hint at first, then gradually put into action. I was poisoned for the first time at the age of 7. Although I was lucky enough to survive, but it hit me hard. No matter how cautious, food is still frequently poisoned. Repeated death throes.
Fortunately, that extremely indifferent father emperor, although it does not prevent harm, at least no one was directly stabbed. As Princess Isabel became more and more unscrupulous, the trusted people around you gradually disappear. At the age of 8, I feel this deeply. Why is that? Even if the body has developed resistance to toxins, the hot smell of blood still welled up in my throat. Rather than burning pain, my heart hurts more. Sorry. Your Highness, I'm really sorry. The man's tears streaming down his face, begging for mercy, is disgusting. It used to be the existence I trusted the most. It's not something you have to trust. When everyone is gone, only this uncle stayed by my side. And now he's handing over a drink laced with poison? When he collapsed in despair, I'm even glad to die like this. It might as well end here. Finally, don't have to live hard anymore. But I survived. What you feel when you wake up is not happiness, but nothingness. I want to ask who is nosy to save me. I only found out after forcing Pooh, the head of state, of a couple of women who happened to pass by. Because of the cries of children, the father had to come forward. Superfluous. I can't trust anyone anymore. Even the bloodline can betray. Who else can you trust? So I started keeping my distance. Didn't even go to find the savior. They just came to the rescue on a whim. The alert never ends. Someone really changed their mind and was caught poisoning. Some people have also been expelled from the palace for suspicious behavior. Those who are a little bit will be dismissed immediately. Like an empty palace, my heart is in ruins. Inside the icy palace walls, I think day after day. I would rather be born in an ordinary family. I'd rather not have a family. Would that life be happy? Can you laugh and play like other children? Hate humans to the point of wanting to die, but occasionally feel lonely? Seemingly calm night. When alone in a gloomy palace, fear and grievance swept in, as if the darkness was about to swallow me up. It's okay. I'm okay. I always curl up on my knees. Talk to yourself until dawn, so that it can burn unsolved. I don't know why, but still not alive. Until the day that changed my life came. The day I met Esbeen. 9 years old. Attend a tea party hosted by Princess Isabel. This tea party has always been disgusting. Everyone knows that he deliberately isolated and mocked me. I know it's humiliation, but I have to cooperate. Prince Luciano is alone again this year, and Princess Isabel was smiling. Is no one willing to yell at the prince? Is this palace really worried? The corners of his feigned caring mouth could not hide his pride. Find a playmate for Prince Luciano. Although it is a crown show horse, the pitying eyes of the nobles still suffocate me. The strong composure is about to collapse. Repeating this torture is devastating. I would like a bright girl to cut through the silent brown eyes. The bright girl raised her innocent smile. Blonde hair flows like the sun. He splendidly announced that I had come to be a friend of His Highness. That smile is dazzling and trance-inducing. For a long time, no one dared to disobey the princess. The girl easily broke the silence. I am Ace Binthamule Benjamin, daughter of the Count Thurmure, the daughter of the Earl of Espencer-Muir Semir. The moment this name was etched into my mind, look at his lively response. I think she's a strange girl. The teacher told us to have love. Do peers need a reason to make friends? Haven't you learned? Esping was oblivious to the princess's warning, still laughing like a flower. Princess, I can be friends with the prince, right? Too stupid to understand the gesture that everyone avoids. Your Highness, let's be friends, as the princess said, looking at his clear smile. And I kind of nodded my head. I thought it was just a sideshow, a fleeting accident at a tea party, because I don't know the situation of Prince Luciano. Just to help, as Princess Isabel said.
Just pity the prince who seems to be alone. Do it out of compassion, thinking of waiting for him to go home and listen to his parents' explanation. You lose interest in me? Or his parents will dissuade him. But not long after the tea party ended, Esping came to the door. Hello, His Royal Highness, Prince Luciano. This unexpected visit silenced me. You are also very handsome today. Look at this natural, flattering brightness. Girl, did I say you can visit casually? Instinctively feel that you should stay away from him. We agreed to get along well before. His Royal Highness the Prince also agreed. The girl who strode in was dangerous. That doesn't mean you can break in. Deliberately pushed him away in a cold tone. Just left him and left. Thinking that this unreasonable behavior would hurt his self-esteem, let him retreat. But the letter still arrived. He said that since he was kicked out for trespassing, then make an official visit. In order to refuse, I did not reply. After being ignored several times, he actually wrote to say that if there is no reply, it will be regarded as agree. The absurdity of laughing out loud when toxic. But still replied and refused. As a result, I immediately received an unceremonious reply. Simply, in. I sent it when I replied to it. Esping repeatedly requested a visit. I always refuse. When I wrote back later, laughed out by his increasingly funny phrasing.
Maybe I shouldn't have corresponded with him so many times in one day. Who was Prince Luciano having such a good time chatting with? An unexpected visit from Princess Isabel. This deserted palace has not had visitors for a long time. May I help you? I heard something interesting. Today, the prince communicates frequently with outsiders. I don't know what I'm planning, although I know I have been monitored, but so undisguised. It is very in line with the style of the princess. No such thing as planning. Really? Then with whom is he so diligent? The princess's voice became sharp. Obviously, he isolated me here. Now I'm worried that I'm outside the party. No one in the world would take a risk for me. To avoid trouble. Or should I confess that it was Esping? Samuel said he was here a few days ago. Soon again. The prince plans to make friends with him. I wanted Dronzer to go. The princess revealed a meaningful smile. Isn't it the friend arranged by you, the princess? Always maintain basic etiquette. The implication is, how could I accept your eyeliner? The princess was silent for a moment. Suddenly, Xiaxia smiled. Thank you for understanding my painstaking efforts. Please get along well with him. It seems to confirm that I have no abnormal movements. Huang Fei left with confidence. Look at the plate of letter swords on the table. Subsequent pedestrians probably can't imagine. How much trouble did you cause? What a troublemaker. Realizing that continuous communication is dangerous, I sent the last letter. Got it. I will allow you to visit tomorrow. Hello, His Royal Highness. Prince Luciano Esping uses brilliant every time. An excessive smile greets you. Please call me Espin directly then, Your Highness. And what's remarkable is that he approaches without hesitation. Is your brain missing a string? No, people praise me for being smart. Straight questioning gets naive answers. The way he laughs like a flower is speechless. You can laugh when someone says that. Then why can't you understand human language? I have to refuse repeatedly, instead of being more fierce, understand? But I pretended not to understand because I wanted to see His Highness. I'm speechless. Why exactly? Why do you want to approach me? You didn't ask about me when you got home, did you? Because we agreed to be friends. I don't know if I'll get into trouble if I get close. Didn't your parents dissuade you? So why should you be friends with me? I said it last time. I want to get along well with everyone. Make friends with everyone. This idealistic rhetoric, his naive and stupid answer, it left me empty and angry. So the sound is colder. It's impossible to befriend everyone. Go find someone else who is willing to accept you. Look at his frozen smile. I didn't explain. That's right. I shouldn't have let him approach me with such shallow feelings. He thinks he is the protagonist of the story. Episode 20. I thought he would really give up this time. Surprisingly, Esping wrote again. I purposely did not respond to visit requests. As a result, he came directly to the door. I never gave a good face. I don't talk much about it.
When we meet often, we turn around and leave. Occasionally talk only cold words, even say something bordering on insults. Even so, Esping is always bright. Always a gentle and bright smile. Thought he would get bored soon, but persisted for more than a year. In a deserted palace, briefly reverberate to a happy life. After he left, the brightness seemed to still be there. The initial sense of crisis is growing stronger. This girl shouldn't be near me. This flawless being watered up with love. Every conversation makes me feel the gap. So I hope he stays away. Don't be dragged into danger by me. However, as time goes by, Prince Luciano, please tell Esping. Come to the next tea party together. I heard Esping was here again yesterday. I really want to see him too. Princess Isabel. Started asking Esping how he was doing every time we met. I realized I had to end this. I brought a gift. Esping's voice is very excited today. Pass a basket of guns. Basket full of orange muffin cake food. Although the aroma when he entered the door had already made me guess, I saw it with my own eyes and still froze. It was specially brought by Cheese Muffin to share. See? Dim sum. The past comes to mind. Please try one. It should be delicious. Your Highness, are you thirsty? The moment my uncle handed the poison. This is not that sweet. Your Highness is also completely edible. I prepared it myself. The moment when trust was betrayed. My mind went blank. Although I know the situation may be different, but my reason can't hold it anymore. Question. Esping's words came out uncontrollably. How do you know it's not poisoned? I will prove it to you. I only feel that even if his words are innocent, can't believe it either. So Esping started to do ridiculous things. If I eat all this and I'm fine, it means you didn't read it, right? Then please believe me. As if to prove it, he grabbed Muffin and gobbled it up. I thought he was just pretending to eat one or two. My innocence was soon shattered. Even with a painful expression, he still shoved Muffin in his mouth. Don't eat it. I want to eat it all. Esping went pale and kept eating. I told you not to eat it. 3 left. Are you demonstrating now? The words came to my lips. It doesn't matter. There are 2 left, and they are all eaten.
Am I okay? This is real, not poisonous. When Esteban eats the last wasp in tears, I was even more panicked. Wow, sure enough, Espy couldn't help but vomit it all out. I can only watch it with a pale face. Oh, this is not the reason for the poison. Espine vomiting in pain, while insisting on explaining that it is not poisoning, until I almost fainted. I didn't come to my senses until Esteban passed out. I really can't bear to let people see this. I took care of the situation myself. It's hard to change his clothes. Simply scrubbed the surface stains. In exchange, the maid changed his clothes. After settling into bed, I took a photo of the imperial doctor. Although no, the 2 of them will definitely pay tribute to Princess Isabel, report the whole situation. But you can't just leave Espin unconscious. After listening to the brief description of the imperial doctor's diagnosis, acute indigestion caused by overeating. Send it away after delivery. The imperial doctor finally sent someone. Briefed the house of Count Samuel. I did everything I could. Esteban still appeared distressed in his delirium. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Really, it's not poison. It's not like that. Woo, so wronged. Why only me? Woo, it's just me. Wow. What should I do now? Mom, I'm sorry. It's not poison. That cheerful person stinks, crying and complaining of grievances. Apologize again and again. It's me who should apologize. I didn't want it to be like this. I didn't want him to do this. Just too scared. But now I understand. When Esteban brings food, I think of my uncle. Precisely because I believe him, unconsciously. This year, I have come to believe in his sunny sincerity. That's why I'm more afraid of repeating the same mistakes. Will resist more fiercely. I was the one who cornered Espin. I can't take it anymore. I'm worried that his eyes will be swollen from crying. Cover his eyes with your palms. It's me who should apologize. Such an apology is the only thing I can do. I'm really sorry. Soon after, the Count Semir's house,
who received the news, sent someone. "Miss, how could my lady pass out? What the hell is going on?" Explain the situation to someone who calls herself Nurse Espy. Handed over the medicine given by the imperial doctor. The wet nurse thanked and took Espin away in a hurry. After sending Espin away, my heart can't be at peace for a long time. No visits, no greetings. Because I'm the one who caused it all. Because I don't deserve it. In anxious waiting, finally received a letter from Espin. Dear His Royal Highness Luciano, greetings from Uncle Nine. Should have apologized earlier.
Because the body is not delayed until now, please forgive me. First of all, thank you. Thank you for sending me back to the bottom of the house in a coma. It also offends you for inappropriate gifts. I'm so sorry. No bad intentions. I'm really ashamed to let you see the gaffe. I hope you can forget this unpleasant period. And do daily. I'm so sorry for the interruption during this last time. I don't know how His Highness feels, but I cherish the time I spend with you. If there is any offense, look to Haihan. I won't bother you again in the future. Speechless. A Spencer Muir. The letter said never to visit again. I read it several times. I have written many times to reply, but in the end, I couldn't write back, because I know I gave him an indelible hurt. Even such kind people choose to avoid. You can see how traumatic it was to him. Although regret, although guilty, that would be fine. I was supposed to keep my distance from Esping. Delaying this year is a mistake. It should be for his own good, thinking that as long as I endure alone. But don't know. He made another mistake with Esping. A week later, we'll be in the gardens of Princess Isabel's palace, host a spring tea party, specially to convey the invitation. You don't have to ask to know who sent them. The messenger is always outside my palace, wandering Princess Isabel. The maid then retired. The maid left without waiting for an answer. Obviously, I have no right to refuse. A prince who even dares to despise his maids. And that's where I was. Thanks to Princess Isabel for always reminding me. It's a moment of reluctance in an instant. When you arrive at the tea party location, I can't help but stop at the entrance. Espy didn't expect him to attend. I thought his body wouldn't come. Even if you are well, I thought he didn't want to see me, so I didn't come. Esping sat alone. Don't date other girls. And he was sitting in my seat. This is obviously the arrangement of Princess Isabel. It's harder to move when you realize this. Is it really okay to meet like this? It should be a burden to see my words. Just killing time at the entrance. I witnessed everything that happened to Espin. The people who are not Esping behind their backs that I want to ask. The person who avoids even Esping's conversation. After a moment, Espin sat alone in a daze. Understanding the situation, my whole body began to tremble, and the meaning I felt when I was being bullied, completely different level. In the end, I left him alone, out of a desire to taste more, his warm selfishness. I took the people around him away from him, me, pushed him into the abyss of despair called loneliness. I thought I was the protagonist. Episode 21. If I had known that being close to me would turn out like this. This is the doomed future. Loneliness is clearer than anyone else. The pain is still messed up. It's all my fault. Just to make myself a little happier, pulled the sunny girl into the quagmire. Deliberately mean to Esping becomes meaningless, even if ignored by everyone. Esping still didn't notice. Situation laughing alone. That innocence makes my heart twitch. What's so funny? Unconsciously making a sharp sound. Esping opened his eyes in surprise. Eyes freeze. Always smiling face. Stiff when you find me. Hello, how are you doing recently? Obviously the same greeting as usual, but somehow I feel a sense of distance. This should have been what I expected. It must continue like this. I was feeling bored when I reached the same table. Esping shrank sharply, although I noticed his peeking eyes. But the seats were arranged by Princess Isabel, cannot be changed. If you do something unusual, Princess Isabel will be keenly aware, staring at the flowers on the table during the tea party, focusing so hard not to look at Esping. If you show concern, Princess Isabel will torture Esping even more. Speaking of which, a while ago, is there a commotion in the palace of Prince Luciano? What happened to you two? Even if I deliberately ignore Esping, Princess Isabel, or insist on dragging him into the quagmire, Queen Esping is irrelevant. Don't touch him. You must resist the urge to shout out.
like someone bullying Esping or something like that. The belated realization of Princess Isabel. A deal is being proposed to Espy. Heart pounding. If what Princess Isabel wants is a lie, upright Espy would not hesitate to refuse a deal. But the fact that I bullied Esping didn't stop me. Gluttony caused him to pass out. Forcing someone is explicit bullying. So, even if Esteban says what the princess wants, it's not a lie. Reason and emotion are at war inside. Seize the opportunity. At least get you out of this quagmire. Think of Esping. I hope you don't do that. Sudden selfish thoughts are not straightforward. Close your eyes and satisfy Princess Isabel's request. That's what you can be like now. The only way to live in peace. I know I should let go. Don't be tempted by Princess Isabel, please. But want to catch. Conflicting feelings keep pulling back and forth. Think of Esping. I feel that I should obey the words of the princess. I wish he wouldn't do that. At a time like this, it's self-serving, not worried about what the princess planned. Birth sweeping. I'm not afraid to send messages about my bad character at all. It doesn't matter if Esteban abandons me. I was mean first. He had a reason to leave me. But hope, he should not take the side of Princess Isabel.
I don't want him to be my enemy. Briefly looking at my S-spine with pale eyes, open your mouth calmly. Yes, I was bullied. The heart almost stopped beating. Is that your choice? Although I think he made the right choice, but I feel my internal organs are on fire. The strong man's impulse to rush out immediately is the limit. Sorry, I haven't said a gentle word to you in a year. Sorry for not being kinder to you. Sorry for giving you bad memories. It's all my fault. Swallow the unspoken apology. Finally, the figure of Esping was branded in his eyes. He bullied me from behind. But Esteban identified someone else. He points to the girl who just ignored him. Complain to the princess with your eyes. Of course, Princess Isabel panicked, because it was unexpected. And because Espen is amazing. Almost laughed out loud. It's the opposite of how anybody thought it would work. Same thing last year. Esping is especially good at dealing with princesses. So now what? Esping obviously won't give you the answer you're looking for, like seeing through my mind. The princess did not give up and coaxed Esping. Although various inducements want to answer, Esping was always able to subtly avoid the painting style. Espin, think again. I'll help you. Don't worry. How could you pass out the day you said it? Eventually, the princess mentioned that Esping had passed out. The day he was sent away. Staring nervously at Esping. The concubine misunderstood. Not being bullied. I'm gluttonous, Espin said. It's all my fault. You have every reason to hate me, but I can't see any resentment. It makes me both grateful and guilty. Realized that there was no way to get it from Espin. Get what you want. The princess's attitude has changed. Start ignoring him. The rest of the time, as if Espin didn't exist. Let him sit alone. Don't you know what happened to me? Does it really matter? I want to talk, but I'm afraid of causing trouble. Worried, don't know how the time passed. I don't know when Huang Fei announced the end of the investigation and left. Esping got up with a face full of joy, hesitating to say hello before leaving. I'm going back first. Nice to see you again. I wish His Royal Highness the Prince a bright future. As if this were the last time. Keep your distance with Jingyu. But I don't want today to be a goodbye. I won't let that happen. After the tea party, Espy has no contact. Although expected, but seeing him turn around so simply. Character seems to be more decisive than expected. Thinking about being careful in the future. The first time I sent a letter voluntarily. Is it because I didn't realize it? As usual with Espin. Did you send it coldly? His Royal Highness, Prince Luciano. Thank you very much for your invitation. But I have other plans. Kongnan has an appointment tomorrow. If there is an emergency, please inform us by letter. Must reply to Espin Thermure. Banned. Received a polite refusal letter from Espin. This is more powerful than expected. Subconsciously, it seems that Espin will not refuse. Mixed with indescribable grievances and frustration.
Emotions of betrayal. But then I realized Espen must have often felt this way too. Be aware of their own inconsiderate behavior is gradually hurting her. The second invitation was sent out with introspection. I expected to be rejected multiple times. Unexpectedly, Espen agreed to the second invitation, just different from the past. He appeared with a slightly alienated expression. After Espen is seated, took out the prepared items. When going to the place of investigation, he had this dazed look on his face. Don't just watch and drink. Even if I directly persuade, Espen was surprised to serve the tea himself. Still wandering. It was a big decision for me. After all, drinking with people has been Kuei Wei for many years. At this moment, Yangzhuang town is timed. Heart is still pounding. But felt compelled to prepare food for Espen. Thinking of his dedication and hard work, I should take a step too. After urging again, Espen finally drank his tea. He gave a subtle expression of surprise. Immediately cast dungs, waiting for him to say something, but he remained silent. I really feel that this meeting has changed him. No longer taking the initiative to talk as before, no longer smile at me. Should have apologized, but was blocked by his silent attitude. Afraid that this is the end, and it's hard to say. Espen finished his tea in silence. Immediately said goodbye. I see him leaving without any nostalgia. Hurry up and hold on. When will you come again next time? Why didn't I expect his reaction to reign for a while? Your Highness doesn't really want to see me again, does he? Knowing that you are at fault. Can't say an excuse. Then why ask about the next meeting? You might as well speak up now. He draws a clear line to show that nothing is wrong. The relationship between meeting is sad. I want to ask how people can change so quickly, but it's my fault. I hurt him first. I was the one who treated each other indifferently. It was my sister Shenhua who said nothing should be disturbed. To see Espen again, you must make excuses, because it's my responsibility. Not just by a sense of responsibility, only made it up because he needed a reason. Of course, I am also deeply accommodating to him being alone. I really don't understand what I've done.
But Espen didn't seem to care at all, pale as if nothing had happened. Worried about him chewing on loneliness, I was deflated. I don't know what you are worried about, but I'm fine. Your Highness is not responsible for me. Instead, comfort me. What a stupid kindness. Exactly what he is. But the emotion was fleeting. See him happily talking about the end of the matter, please let me go home, and suddenly get a lump in my throat. Not long ago, I was restless because of missing. The gesture of turning away is as decisive as a knife. When asked why, he said he wanted to get close at that time. I don't think so now. I have also tried my best this year. Paying unilaterally will tire me. This year, I was addicted to Espen. He said that now the love is over, as if the past year was worthless. That used to be my warmth. It's time to breathe freely. Was my everything. Let those peaceful years end in just 1 year. Wrong. It can't be. If so, he shouldn't have approached me in the first place. Shouldn't talk kindly. You shouldn't smile gently. I should keep thinking it's okay to be alone. Now you say you want to be a stranger? Has made me hate loneliness. Has taught me the joy of companionship. That warmth is not enough, even if it is carried in a lifetime. Can't stop here. And it must not end there. I owe so much to Espen. Not even a decent apology. More to compensate for the loss of the parrot. Nothing could be done for him. The time that needs to be made up has already received such a gift. 1 year is not enough. Try harder. Then see you at 2 the day after tomorrow. Now it's my turn to pay. I thought I was the protagonist. Episode 22. Wipe and flash with a cloth. Shiny gold coins in a nurse-sewn tote bag. This pink children's hand strap pendant, with ribbon and rabbit face, commonly known as rabbit bag. Although I feel naive, but think like a mother. Always treasured and used. Miss, you have to deposit it in the bank anyway. Nurse, look at me like this. Does the gaze that comes and goes with the head feel different? Just feel good when the coins are shiny. How beautiful is the brilliant gold. And don't go to the bank today to see me, answer proudly.
The nursing mother has round eyes. You have to take it out before putting it in your bag. Yeah, you walk around with money and you don't leave it in the bank. Do you want to spend it? Otherwise, of course, it will cost you to take money out. Do you take it out to watch? God, what's going on? As for being so surprised, Miss, don't you know what the master calls you? Impossible not to know. This inadvertent and elegant nickname appropriately sums up my behavior. Greedy Espin. My father's recent address to me. But there is nothing we can do.
As the protagonist, be prepared for a rainy day. How can I not make money that others can make? The point is that I need to work less. I don't want to repeat the cutthroat modern competition for survival. I need someone to work for me, like an old scalper. After much consideration, decided not to do business and invest. Select investment targets with the privilege of transmigrator. But there are problems. At the age of 9, I lacked investment capital. The only way to make money at that age is pocket money. From now on, the soul starts to save pocket money. Fortunately, I have a father who dotes on me. Father has worked hard. I'll rub your shoulders for you. I walked up behind my father, kneading us gently with little bracken hands. Espin is so nice. Dad, am I good? Certainly. My father smiled so lovingly at my actions. Great! Time to cut to the chase. Give me pocket money then. I smiled brightly and demanded revenge from my father. Father's eyes are wide. Then reveal whether the child wants to... What's the expression? He readily agreed to give it to you. Cast a cute look at my actions. Allowance. Wow. I immediately tapped the number of gold coins my father had given me. Reach out again, Dad. That's not enough. Give more. My father was taken aback by my shining eyes. It seems that we, Espin, want a lot of things. Like money. I really like my justifiable answer. I used all sorts of excuses to ask people around me for pocket money. Give me pocket money, not the same color. No silver. Want gold? Shiny gold coins. Want to come to me? Oops, my pockets are empty. Can't anyone fill it up for me? And Tu Shun said he was hungry. Did no one give shiny gold coins? Trying all kinds of cheeky tricks to save money, Esping. Dad has been giving you pocket money recently, and I'm tired of bending over. My father's increasingly explicit greed for money towards me. Sure enough, I took the bait. Dad. I suddenly clenched my fists in front of my father. What's wrong? My solemn expression startled my father. Then I remembered the nursery rhymes of a previous life. Miley twisted her shoulders and danced. Come on, isn't there still Espin? My father was taken aback by my sudden move. I smiled and continued to sing the cheer song. Father's face gradually turned into a strange expression that was neither laughing nor crying. That day, I desperately shouted for my father to come on. At least you won't starve to death on the streets. After my father saw the play, my father started calling me Greedy Espin, and that went on for 2 years. I became the famous little rich woman in the mansion. What does the lady want to do with the money? See me use my savings for the first time. The nurse seems very concerned. Are useful. Don't you want to tell me? Even a nursing mother can't say. The secret is that I carefully bundled the soil with gold coins. Prevent spills. Throw the backpack over your shoulder. Nurse, I'm going out. Do you really need me to follow? It seems that going out with money makes him quite worried. It's okay, the proportion follows. The proportion is hired because of me, adventurer born Groom. Although the security of the king's city is good, but because I like to run outside, parents are very worried. Finally, the parents found a groom who could be a guard. Don't let Peppa play. It's because knights are high-level talents. In the capital, the page escort is too ostentatious anyway. Billy was trusted by his parents and nursing mothers. It is said that I am very good at taking care of lay pony. Obviously, I played well with him. Be careful on the road. Sure enough. Mention Billy and let the nursing mother rest assured. I waved to my wet nurse and walked to the porch. Good morning. Cheerful greetings from Billy, who has already prepared the carriage. Good morning, Billy, too. Hear my greetings. Billy grinned and opened the car door. I quickly got in. Go to the old place. I asked the destination as soon as I finished the proportions. Old place. This code is the secret between me and the ratio. It really won my heart. Go to the old place. Understood. Billy smiled and closed the door. The carriage is leaving soon. I jumped out of the door. Billy opened. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you want to go in? Billy happily reached out to hold me. Ouch! I'm 11 years old. Adults are still children. Complaining in my heart, but always nodding and holding his hand. There's also a sad past. This romantic world fascinated me, although it has a medieval European feel. But more than reality, it's more like the gorgeous moved directly from the game screen. Antique and shiny. So I can't help but run out and look around, stop at every turn. I'm fascinated and forget time. I often freak out my parents who can't find me suddenly. Parents were initially concerned. Then I got angry. They wouldn't believe me if I said I could go home by myself. Esping dares to run around or leave again. We're not getting pocket money. You will never get your favorite gold coin again. Finally, the father took special measures. Espion is running around again. It didn't work. My greed couldn't overcome my instincts. You can't control your body when you see something new. Sorry, Espin, I really can't help you. Father sighed. Hold your head like a headache. And the expressionless mother spoke up. Esping.
It was my mother who bowed my head, knowing I was wrong. You must hold an adult's hand when you go out in the future, the mother said calmly. Mother, I have grown up. Are you still walking hand in hand at this age? My eyes lit up in front of my mother. Do you need a collar? Murderous. Like you're really going to put a collar on me? He was still a gentle person when he just passed through. This is the lady in the romance novel. One so hands-on and refined. Do you choose to hold hands or a collar? Under the murderous gaze of my mother, I always choose to hold hands. At this age, I still need to hold the hand of an adult. Moderate proportions. Hold my hand hard. Introduction of buildings. Through the noisy interior, come to the appointed place. Please come in after knocking on the door. Permission came in. Do you want to wait here or go in together? I really know how to see eyes. Proportion, even if not said. And you know when it's appropriate to show up. When should I avoid it? You can go in together today. It doesn't matter what you hear. After all, you have to win the proportion. Although the proportion cast a puzzled look, but soon I calmly understood. When pushing the door in, there was a person sitting inside. A young woman with long red hair tied into a ponytail. He stood up. Hello. Delia welcomes me for a long time. Recognize my Delia, signal the sofa in front with your hand. After receiving the seated signal, I'm sitting on the couch. Billy is in the back. Billy, take a seat too, I said, and patted the position next to me. No need, Billy grinned. I didn't force it anymore. During this time, he rummaged through the drawers and took out the documents. Sit across from me. Long time no see, Lord Espine. Faster than expected. Because the content of the commission is too vague, we thought it would take longer. Lucky Delia gave a professional smile. So, did you find it? This is the information you want about those two people. 5 gold coins. 5 gold coins. Not too expensive, but not cheap either. Although I want to haggle. But building new people is more important today. Cheaper than expected. Holding back the heartache and pretending to be nothing, he said. The other party is a civilian, and you just have to limit the paper. It will be more expensive if a background check is required. Delia's able explanation is terrifying. How much valuable information is it really worth? And I took the leash off my knee. The bulging mouth of the bag barely closed. Now the ground is cracked. Shining gold coins. And he took 5 of them and handed them to Delia. The opponent is shaking because the gold coin is too heavy. Definitely not distressed. I thought I was the main character. Episode 23. Don't you confirm the content first? Delia looked at my trembling hands, asked subtly. As you said just now, it's not hard stuff anyway. How could I lie to you with such simple information? Delia's eyes settled calmly. It seems to be starting to take the bait. And I looked at Delia's reaction. Confirmation document, pretending to be nonchalant.
It has the addresses of the 2 people I want on it. It doesn't look far from here. Just go and have a look. I snuck Delia in the eye, but he didn't seem to intend to speak first. Isn't it time yet? Do you need another stimulation? I deliberately packed my papers and stood up. Thank you. I'll take my leave then. Okay, please walk slowly. Delia stood up as if to see off a guest. Oh, that's not right. It seems that today is really not the time, I said. I have to go, but I can't continue to delay. Just as I was about to leave the office, Miss Espy, can I ask you something? Delia's voice stopped me in my tracks. Right. Is that right? Because that's what I was expecting. I forcibly suppressed the involuntary desire at the corner of the mouth. I turned around calmly. What's up? Delia's expression looks complicated. Why did you entrust us with Adventure Plus Guild? That's to be expected. That's what I wanted him to ask. Can't I delegate? If you want to obtain information, the guild should be more suitable. It seems strange to entrust it to us. External commissions from non-members of the guild. This is the first time Delia's troubled heart. I can see it clearly. So far, the place I'm visiting is the Adventurers Guild. Not so long ago, I entrusted them with the task of finding 2 people. And today is to receive the results. Billy. He used to tell me stories about his days as an adventurer. His stories are always told with relish. Listen to Billy's story. Sometimes even I want to go on an adventure. But in that case, type of work, you have to go from romance to fantasy. So I can only hold back. The protagonist's life is also quite tiring. Anyway, while listening to Billy's adventure story, I had this idea. Adventurers are running around, accumulated a wealth of experience, then use them. Is it possible to establish a line of information? Although it does not seem to have formed a systematic system, but adjust it a little bit. It seems to be able to obtain quite a variety of information. And is it possible to take advantage of this? Even if you read the original, I have very limited information. Although I am saving money for investment, but I have no idea where the investment is. Because, Your Majesty, please don't be too persistent. It doesn't go into detail. Probably remember what was popular at a certain time. Which store is doing well? That's all I remember.
Make use of this frequent information. A reliable source of intelligence must be found. In fact, you can also use the existing intelligence guild, but there is Damien's power behind the scenes. It is necessary to establish its own intelligence network. In distress. Knowing the adventurer guild by proportion. What else was I supposed to think? When you see an opportunity, of course you have to swallow it. Isn't it natural to think so? And the annexation of the Adventurers Guild did not happen overnight. And delegation is the first step. Let them remember me. Exactly the information I need. As expected, the Adventurer Guild has responded. After all, the status of the Adventurer Guild is lower than that of other guilds. There must be a lot of difficulties in maintaining operations. Except to the occasional street exploration commission, almost no business. In a place where there is no source of income. Discovered new profit models. What would they think? Can this be used? That's definitely the idea. Unexpected circumstances torn Delia inside. I was waiting for this. Did you say just now that you can't delegate? Of course not. Otherwise the commission will not be accepted in the first place. Gendria has to say no. I immediately interrupted. Life experience tells me negativity leads to evil. Want good things to happen? You have to be happy and positive. Delia looked displeased. Seems disgusted by my interruption. No, absolutely not. How does it feel to be entrusted? I quickly diverted Delia's attention. It should be useful in the future. So let's do it. I helped Delia clear her head. Can we adopt this approach? Because it was inspired by me. So ask for permission? The idea of collecting information through adventurers, not unique. Although anyone can think how to get there, but people always think, when you need information, you should naturally consult the Intelligence Guild. So I didn't expect it. So there's no reason to stop them from using this method. And they actively build intelligence networks. And that's all I ever wanted to do. So I can use it when I really need it. Certainly, it should be used in the necessary way, right? I gave Delia a push, not to let him hesitate. His eyes lit up after thinking for a moment. It will be a new challenge. It's comforting to see him full of energy. The seeds I sowed seems to be taking root as planned.
End the conversation with the Adventurers Guild. Subtle regret in my heart. Although the expected goal has been achieved, but hoping for luck to make things go better. Like Delia, who was moved by my suggestion. Hold my crying ball. Please, save us. The Adventurers Guild episode never happened. According to the routine of Roman's novels, this level of plot, isn't it supposed to happen? I secretly hope that the protagonist's halo will explode.
After all, these 2 years have been so peaceful. Now is the time to explode. Miss, when it comes to leaving the Adventurers Guild, go straight to the goal. Is it here? If the address is correct, it is. Facing the question of proportion. That's the only answer. After all, it's my first time here. In front of ordinary houses in unfamiliar neighborhoods. Address exchanged for 5 gold coins. Future investors will live here. I knocked on the door without hesitation. The owner opened the door with a clear voice. You look puzzled when you see me. Seems to be waiting for someone else. Which door opens with an appetizing scent? Looks like I'm looking in the right place. Miss May confirmed it in case. Looking for me? Yes, I didn't want to answer at will. After posting the ratio behind me, I used Jingyu instead. Can we talk a little bit? Okay, please come in. Although May was on guard, or did the teacher let me in? Probably because I was young, I wasn't too vigilant. The further you go in, the stronger the fragrance. The smell of freshly baked bread. Sweet tooth lovers drool at the smell. Will you invite me to try a piece? You seem to have made a special trip to find me. What's the matter? Didn't get right to the point. It seems that I have no intention of entertaining uninvited guests. No more drama. I'll bake my own bread when I go home today. Is Miss Bell coming today? Medea's eyes widened. You know Bell? He's really coming? You are supposed to meet here. It seems that May is waiting for Bell. Great, that's not it. Can we talk together when Miss Bell arrives? May's expression was even more confused. May, here I come. We had a visitor, and Bell was there. Questions after seeing me. May Kwaibu went over and bit his ears. People you know? I don't know. How did I know this kid? Shh, like a noble lady. Just strangers, right? Well, not your guest. I thought it was your guest. They talk about my voice clearly. Suddenly, they both looked at me at the same time. I returned with a bright smile. Hello, May and Bell. Face to face. Make eye contact. With, who is this person? That Mingxi. Are you sure you are here to find us? Yes, come to Miss May and Miss Bell. I'm Espinay Samuel. The two are even more confused. No wonder. After all, I came to the door after a unilateral investigation. Prepare to invest in these 2 individuals. Precisely. It's to invest in May's and Bell's sweet shop. In Mabel's original, Maybell is a store that leads the dessert trend in King City, also frequented by the heroine. Key themes that frequently appear in the original novel. Because it matters. To lay out in advance. My plan is simple. Like all romance fiction entrepreneurs, Maybell must be short of funds in the early days. That's when I came out to lend a hand. Since we found him in advance, our investment should go well. So we went straight to the point. You 2 are hesitating whether to open a dessert shop. I will invest. Please accept my funding. Hear my confident declaration. May and Bell looked at each other with a strange expression. Is this reaction different from expected? Miss, we're not planning to open a dessert shop. Who told you that? No incredible visit. His visceral confusion made me panic, hastily looked at Bell, and he nodded in agreement with May. No, that's impossible. The original Lime Bell obviously became famous for his dessert shop. You 2 really don't plan to open a store. Yes, we are not qualified. That's right. Making desserts is just a hobby. The 2 are firm. Looks like I got a head start too early. But it was unexpected that he didn't plan to open a store at all. I didn't expect the plan to deviate so much. I also want to make money. I decided to convince them they had to open the store. The desserts for you 2 are the best. In the future, he will become the #1 king. Really face the doubts of the media. Of course, I'm sure. Have you tried our dessert? If you look at it, you know you haven't even seen it, right? May and Bell look at me like they're looking at a liar. I thought I was the main character. Episode 24 was actually treated as a liar. How could this be?
It's a romance novel. Shouldn't you be happy to accept investment? You shouldn't have jumped on me and hugged me and said, "Did you come just in time?" Contrary to my panic, Vi and Belle are unusually serious. They seem to get in the way of my aristocratic status. To complain. You can only use your eyes to launch crazy neurotic 3 companies. I mean it. You two will definitely succeed. Nothing to talk about. Please come back. Come on. Listen to me again, noble lady. We have nothing more to say. The cold tone makes it impossible for me to continue. They might want to call the vigilantes. That's all. My first investment failed heroically, miss. What's next? Let's go to the market first. Look at the way Billy observes. I appointed my destination and boarded the carriage. That's not right. Other transmigrators can accurately grasp the investment opportunity and succeed. Why am I so unlucky? Now it's the protagonist's turn to explode. Grab my hand, same as Luciano Nash. Things that seem to be going well, there are always unexpected jams. It's also me. Suddenly, I met a strange child who said he wanted to invest. I definitely can't believe it easily. I can understand May and Belle's skepticism, but then my investment plan is despair just thinking about it. But you can't give up.
Even the iron wall Luciano can convince. I'm not asking others to invest. Can active investing still fail? Although I failed today, next time will be different. Thinking so much, I decided to fight again another day. Retreat today. Drop by the market. After buying the required materials, go straight to the palace. So it's frustrating to see an investment fiasco. But after all, I made an appointment with Luciano to go today. Just arrived at the palace. The carriage hasn't stopped yet, and the door slammed open. Scared me to death. You're late. Luciano, with a bit of ambition, greet me with a straight face. When we first met, he was a scrawny, sick man. Now the cheeks are round, ruddy complexion. A handsome face shines brighter. His Highness actually came out to greet him in person. As time goes by, our relationship has undergone a subtle change. The most significant change is, I started to comment on him. It was a slip of the tongue at first. Surprisingly, he didn't correct it. After I tried it a few times, I naturally got used to it. This means we are clean. Luciano's ruby eyes glance at me with dissatisfaction. You're late. Don't repeat. I know this for you. The basket I brought, and he catches it. It's too late. As soon as I got out of the carriage, I heard the same complaint for the 3rd time. Is this child in a hurry? The guy who told me not to come back then. It turned out like this in a few years. It's so emotional. Contrary to my touching, Luciano's complexion is getting worse and worse. Sorry to have something to do. Where did you go? Met someone who His Highness doesn't know. Who is this person? I don't know. I said you don't know me either. It's all interrogation now. That persistent look. It clearly reveals the potential of the male lead. But concurrent delivery is indeed the standard for recent romance male protagonists. You can't honestly say it's about investing. Just change the subject. I bought ingredients today to make bread for you. I looked at the basket he was carrying. He also looked down at the bread. Luciano's stripes rose slightly. Broken cheek like a leak. It deflates and bounces back up. Well, make something delicious for you. To go to the kitchen. His voice suddenly became light, so innocent. When I heard that I wanted to make delicious food, I immediately calmed down. I want to laugh. This kid has really changed a lot. The Luciano who gets mad at food disappeared. Go to the kitchen! When about to move, the pink satchel at the waist suddenly looks in the way. Although, the little school bag containing all my belongings is precious, but it's really inconvenient to make bread. You can't just leave it around. Only trust to reliable people. Your Highness, wait a minute. Billy stopped and called for the coachman. The carriage hasn't left yet, Billy responded immediately. Miss, as proof of trust, I'll leave the piggy bag to you for safekeeping. And solemnly, I took off the bag and handed it to her. Billy's eyes widened slightly. Then he took it with a calm smile and understood. Miss, I will keep it safe. Well, the attitude is a bit frivolous. Remember, I never hand this over to anyone. Absolutely can't lose it. I kept saying that. Billy gave a deep smile. Of course. It's my pleasure. Look at him, hugging the piggy buns tightly. I'm relieved. Don't run away with him. I have to send the lady back to the bottom of the mansion. Where can I go? Billy's words completely reassured me. I turned around with confidence. Luciano, silently watching my conversation with Billy. The eyes are a little strange. Your Highness, go to the kitchen now. He obediently followed. Enter the building, when it's just the two of us. Luciano suddenly spoke. How can you trust that person? Well, you never just give your bag to people, especially when it's loaded with money. It seems that I guessed from the bulging bag shape that there is money in it. Yes. Trust is entrusted? Luciano has no name. You look at me reluctantly. It must be awkward again, although Luciano became much more moderate, but occasionally I still get emotional. Let's make bread. Business as usual, I coaxed casually. What about me? Can you leave it to me for safekeeping? My piggy bun, can you leave it to me? What's wrong with this kid? Luciano's eyes are terribly serious. Don't you think? I squinted at him. He shrugged his shoulders. This could reflect the doubts that aroused me. They're after my money. It's not like that for lack of money. The originally nervous Luciano showed a frustrated expression. Answer quietly. It's good if it's not. Listen to me. What if he stares again? I gestured with my eyes that he had something to say. His cheeks bulged immediately. He strode ahead with a cold face. The unpleasantness revealed by the back makes me want to laugh for no reason. It's kind of cute. So he shouted to the distant back. It will be handed over to you. It shuddered. The back of the front suddenly froze frame. He turned back with a look of suspicion on his face. I repeated to him, puzzled. Of course, I can also leave it to you for safekeeping. Luciano pursed his lips, for fear that the rising corners of the mouth will be found. That honest expression reflects a huge change in our relationship. Turn around. Looking at Luciano's back, I couldn't stop laughing. Since inviting Luciano to dinner at the bottom of the house, my main concern is his diet. He eats raw food at a young age. I can't bear to create meal opportunities whenever I have time. Sometimes eat at the bottom of the house. Eating out sometimes, but not every day. Eventually, I started learning how to cook. Thinking about cooking in person, he might eat it. And it worked. Luciano does not hesitate to eat the meal made with lotus root. And I couldn't put it into words. It's like taming an arrogant stray cat with snacks. This sense of accomplishment has made me cook underground more often. Walk into the kitchen, remove all the prepared ingredients. Go wash your hands. I washed my hands and said to Luciano, wear the apron he brought while he washed his hands. Cute apron with rabbit print on foundation. This is, of course, the taste of the nursing mother. By no means my aesthetic. Bow your head and remember Luciano to the sky. Simple apron in blue fabric. The fabric was chosen by him, sewn by nursing mother. Your Highness, this color is the same as my hair. On purpose? Well, I deliberately shook my head to tease him. Chosen at random. Luciano responded calmly. The person being teased doesn't respond. I look like a fool. Reporter, the apron with the story. Officially started making bread, drying the high gluten flour, salt and yeast in a large bowl. Hand it to Luciano. Stir quickly. He takes the bowl naturally and starts mixing the noodles. Under my tutelage. Luciano's living noodles are becoming increasingly skilled. At first, he just watched me cook. But the thought of having dinner... It's not fair to make me work. Mix this up. Cut this. Stir this well. I started asking Luciano to help me. Surprisingly, he was obedient. It's a little guilty to see him so submissive. It's royalty after all. Is it appropriate for him to do rough work? Listen, Your Highness. Nowadays, men have to be able to cook too. Do you understand? Men who can cook are welcome. I forcefully add this reason. Although in an aristocratic society, Luciano didn't have to cook. But life is fickle. However, Luciano seemed convinced. Then, Esping likes men who can cook too. He suddenly launched a questionnaire. Of course, the man who can cook is the best, the perfect husband. I nodded again and again. After much fanfare, Luciano's compatibility is significantly improved. It makes me happy. I thought I was the protagonist.
Episode 25. Okay. Luciano quickly finished the noodles and returned the bowl to me. The dough is well sent. Cover and wait for fermentation. Take advantage of the time to prepare other ingredients. Hey, pack this. Give Luciano a clove of garlic. He silently peeled the garlic. Is your highness thirsty? No, I'm thirsty. Make a cup of tea.
Peel garlic while Luciano... I simply moistened my throat. What a great time. When wrapped and poked at the tea, if Ciano completes the task, I pushed the small stone Old prepared in advance. Mash now. If Ciano's hand stops for the first time, and he gave me this blank stare. Why is this the most critical material? He paused, but I did it anyway. Luciano puts the garlic clove in the stone and lifts the storage pound. Wait, I stopped him before he could enlighten me. Away from the origin. It's okay now. Back to a safe distance and issue the order. Luciano's red stone glared at him. I waved my hand at urging. He sighed and started mashing garlic. The moment when the garlic clove is broken, the spicy smell fills the kitchen. That's why I know Luciano. Clang, clang, clang. Are you paying more and more attention to my delusions? Arithmetic overshoot. The corners of Luciano's eyes start to turn red. I'm about to cry. Look at him, sniffing and blinking tears. I can't bear it. He leaned in with his handkerchief and looked up. His eyes were wet with garlic. The appearance of long eyelashes hanging with tears is pitiful. Beauty makes your heart beat. As expected of a man, the maternal instinct is almost aroused. But I don't want to mess with garlic. Dry his tears with a handkerchief. Luciano blinked quickly. Why does Espine feel like I've done all the hard work? Quite sharp. Well, you're delusional. Delusional. He had misfortune written all over his face. Finish it now. It's no use denying it. Be decisive and withdraw. But Luciano's eyes are getting more and more superior. I had to hit out the second set of rhetoric. Do you know how hard it is to purchase ingredients? Running around? Is it easy to carefully select and ship it back to the palace? Cooking begins with selecting ingredients, although the actual purchase is proportional. Anyway, I was nudging him to continue. Luciano was persuaded by my sophistry. Continue to mash garlic silently. Bang, bang, bang! Sound very close. Must have been successfully brainwashed. Just like that, it's full. Luciano, blood garlic bread. But he also eats well. In the midst of frolicking and cooking with Luciano, I didn't forget the investment plan. Go to May and Bell every day. Please accept investment. No, we have no money. These people are really... We are not liars. How can there be such a cute and clever liar? I said, I want to invest in you. Our poor Jingle. I can't pay if I'm drained. Not asking for money. Is it to give you money to invest? No confidence, no money, no confidence. Didn't run away with Belle. I'm stalking and chasing. About to accept investment. Go away, we don't do business. Although May and Belle threw their faces coldly. What is this degree? How dare you underestimate the cheeky heroine of Sunshine? I tirelessly come to the door again. Investment, investment. About to accept investment. Don't believe it. Why don't you say the free money? Don't worry about that money. Please stop. They always treated me like a liar. Frequently cast a reproachful look, as if to say that children are busy. Come out and swagger. Although frankly embarrassing. Than a fool like Luciano. The treatment is much better. I accepted it calmly. Unconsciously, I seem to have developed a thick skin. When I came to May's house, maybe for ventilation, the door was open. Today we are also talking about investment. Cheeky enough to seize the opportunity and break in, May and Belle simultaneously show a headache expression. Please come back. We have nothing to say. Miss, it's too late to give up now. May and Belle take turns saying, say something depressing. I smile and take a deep breath. It smells good. In this room, it always smells like fresh bread, or sweet and greasy. Every day to convince them, gradually understand the reasons for their success in the original. May and Belle really love baking. The two are really developing new desserts every day. Evaluate each other. Is it a lack of chewiness? How about some nuts? Never content to make something edible, continuous pursuit of progress.
Professionalism goes far beyond hobbies. At first, I thought it would work in the original. It will definitely work this time. But seeing their seriousness, aside from the original, I am determined to invest. A person who works so hard can't fail, so come more often, of course. They are also more guarded. Even so, 2 people are too good. Even if you think I'm a liar, it's not completely touching. Have known each other for so long, how come I've never been treated to dessert? I asked with a cheeky smile. May and Belle look incredulous. Why should I tell you that I'm not a liar? Smell the fragrance. I just made a new product today, right? Can I try it? The 2 were stunned when they heard the words. No expression of embarrassment. Belle was inexplicably uneasy. How come? The atmosphere is not right. I don't feel like giving it to me. Do you hate me or do you hate being tasted? Be careful. After observing the words and expressions, don't you want me to eat it? It's not like that, every man said, peeking at Belle. Only then did he realize that Belle was a little pale. I understand that. I hate being tasted. Why do you work so hard every day? But I hate it when others eat it. So I never thought about what engine is there to open a store. Their reaction made me feel mixed.
That's when Belle ducks and moves into the kitchen.
Watching the kitchen move. Sorry. Why apologize? I also asked in a low voice without hesitation to speak. Belle came out with a plate. He was holding a small plate in his hand. Belle called out. Belle puts the plate in front of me with a sullen face. Please leave after use. The sound is as hard as ice cubes. I don't know if it's nervousness or disgust with piercing meaning. I didn't look at him with moved eyes. The atmosphere becomes subtle. Belle stared straight at me. The eyes are terrifying, like they want to kill. Staring hair, I take the fork. Is a brownie? Founder's dark brown cake. It looks plain. Here I go. The moment it was just delivered to the entrance, my eyes just went off. Rich chocolate aroma explodes in the mouth, captured my heart in an instant. The secret of chewing asbestos sticks to the tip of the tongue. And the faint banana aroma, just one bite is addictive. It's amazing. The original said he was the best in the world. You only know how exaggerated it is after tasting it yourself. There is a gorgeous taste hidden under the simple appearance. This strength is still insufficient. Humility is too much. The 2 looked at me expectantly, and Belle was so nervous that he was shaking. I'll be honest with them. Super delicious. I've never eaten so good. Didn't show such a smile. Belle inexplicably burst into tears. He said it was delicious. Miss Belle said it was delicious, and it seemed fine. Great. Belle's voice has a voice. My evaluation is so important. Is it really the first time for someone to taste it? Suddenly, Belle froze, as if thinking of something. Show skepticism. It's delicious. It's not about lying about investments. It seems that in his mind, I am a liar. The banana flavor hidden in the chocolate aroma is the best. I give 2 thumbs up. Belle's round eyes can taste bananas. Well, it's more appetizing if it's looming. After listening, his expression was complicated. Suddenly escape back to the kitchen. What is running after praising? See me stunned and didn't purse my lips and smile. Thanks. Thank you for eating so well. Obviously, it is delicious because it is really delicious. I looked at it absurdly. Without smiling at me, he disappeared into the kitchen. I was left alone in a trance. I had to eat the rest of the brownies. Billy, have a bite too. No need, miss. You can eat it. This is delicious. Miss, you can eat it. No more pushing. I scraped the rest of the brownies clean. Because it's really delicious. Just the dense and solid taste I like. Just put down the fork and pricked my mouth. Belle with red eyes. I came out of the kitchen with May. Belle looked when he saw the empty plate.
Is that enough? You want some more? To ask this extent, of course you can. Belle smiles brightly. Bring me another plate of brownies. He looks happier than me who wants to eat food. I thought I was the protagonist. Episode 26. Has this become an opportunity? They don't reject me as much as they used to. Instead came, I made egg tarts today and try them. And Belle was so welcoming when he greeted me. It was delicious. Today is also a great product. Melt in your mouth. As my compliments accumulate, the vigilance of the 2 gradually disintegrated.
Today is Duckworth. This is also delicious. Come in, why didn't you come yesterday? Today is Mont Blanc. Now if I don't come, they will be lost. Every visit brings a new dessert. Very happy. So delicious that I feel guilty every time I eat it for free. So I don't know when I started paying quietly. Although the two always say no, I also insist that it is reasonable. Of course it's unreasonable to eat such a delicious dessert for free. In addition to praise, I will not be stingy with advice. It's delicious, but how about trying candied chestnuts for dessert? The taste is mellow. It would be better if the cream cheese was slightly lighter. I speak my mind without reservation. Candied chestnuts. Good idea. Gotta adjust the cream cheese ratio. They took my advice positively. Perhaps that's why desserts are getting better. My desire to invest has also increased. Look at the reaction of eating brownies. He seems to have been traumatized. So I've been deliberately avoiding the topic of investing. Only care about holding Belle up to the sky with endless praise. Belle has really been looking confident lately. Wow, what a masterpiece. Is it really okay? Of course, impeccable. Crispy pie. The apple honey splash on it is also refreshing and just right. It's the taste that makes people truly happy. Look at my intoxicated expression, Belle smiled contentedly. I think so. Exactly as expected. A little more confident than before. So the pent-up greed resurfaces. Can you try it again now? Carefully weighing my pretended casual opening. Haven't thought about it yet? What to consider? Open a store, I said. I want to invest. Belle's satisfied smile froze. He turns blue. That doesn't look like rejection, more like fear. Belle's eyes rolled in a panic and slowly lowered his gaze. Well, it's okay to develop new products, but opening a store or selling is another matter. See, Belle's attitude remains the same. I quietly played to Meishe. It means you help to persuade. After all, he seemed eager to help Belle Media in sight. Smile at me. I don't have confidence in business either. A crisp rejection, eyebrow squinting. Why are you not confident? It's so delicious.
It's sure to sell well. Thank you both for hearing that. Just want to hear a polite smile. Hey Mom, I mean it. Such a delicious thing should be shared with everyone. I can't be the only one who knows. Whatever anyone else says, it's delicious. Belle bowed his head. Didn't observe his expression. Is it only you who have tasted our desserts? Although I guessed it, I was still shocked. Look at their generosity. I thought I was out of the shadows. Why is it so delicious? You should share so much with others. What to do with the rest? I just don't think it's good enough for others to taste. The forced smile of Belle's voice trembled. It doesn't seem to work. I wanted to pretend I didn't know, but this is not the way. Who said anything about Belle's food? I decided to break through. Belle went pale. The whole person is shaking. Why is this not obvious? Belle has always been afraid of other people eating his desserts. There's just one reason. I must have heard very bad reviews. Just don't understand how vicious words can make him lose confidence to this extent. At first I wanted to understand, so pretend not to know. Belle and May's eyes became strange, as if I didn't expect me to be so considerate. But it doesn't work. Not for investment. Tell me, even for Belle. See my tough attitude? Belle hugged his arm tightly and didn't answer. Running away won't solve the problem. Which taste idiot is it? Said Belle's desserts were terrible. Hear my angry question. Belle froze. He blinks slowly. Laughing out loud. Of course taste idiots can't taste this delicious. What is it that is not free to eat? Maybe feel my sincerity? Belle's expression is much more soothing. He skimmed. I'm not as calm as I made up my mind. Belle worked as a gap baker at a well-known dessert shop. That is Wang Duo's top-rated store. The chief baker and his riggers. Just copy. Let you develop new products. Who made you imitate? No originality, just a follow-up work. No talent at all. Taste is out of order. Who would pay for this to eat? Really said so. It's not directing at all. It's a self-defeating trampling. See me gnashing my teeth? Belle smiled awkwardly. Mean words from the chief baker. I can stand it. Because even I eat it myself. I also think his desserts are delicious. So what's the problem? He was my fiancé. Belle gave a bitter smile.
Belle had a like-minded fiancé. I want to be the best baker. I hope to have my dessert. It can make more people happy. I'm sure you can do it. Let's be the best partner together. It is because of the same dream. He is better than anyone else. A gentle person who is more supportive of Belle's work. Why are you so listless? Trained again. That my work is imitating the taste of others.
Always feel very strict with me. Lord Chief Baker has high expectations of you. Belle can definitely do it. It feels better to hear you say that. Thanks. Where? Only these words of comfort can be said. I'm so sorry. Thank you for those words alone. Every time I get reprimanded by the head baker and feel down, he will be there to give strength. Sorry, I have to work overtime on new product development this time. The head baker asked me to stay and practice. Sorry for the delay. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do about it. Come on, even if you cancel the appointment because of busy work, he was also always a considerate and tolerant good person. With guilt and gratitude. Belle tries harder, in order to gain a foothold as soon as possible and do better. And Belle worked hard. And disasters always come suddenly and quietly. Sorry, Belle. Let's break the engagement. What does this mean? You clearly understood the sudden request to annul the marriage. Let Belle wake up in an instant. Is it because I've been too busy lately to care about you? I was wrong. I'll change it. I will no longer use work as an excuse. Postponed the date. Bellevue is addicted to work. Sorry for snubbing your fiancé. Begging, but he is cruel. I have someone else. He was unequivocal and inexplicably had an ominous premonition. Because they are colleagues in the same store, should be inseparable. There is no chance to contact other people at all. But he said he had a new love. Is it someone I know? Worst guess. Only hope it's not that person. Looks like someone I know. Who asked? Who I also have the right to know. He gave a decisive look a moment later. It seems that it is better to stop completely. The name, Pam, spat out of his mouth. It was unbelievable. Lord Chief Baker, why is it him? Every time Belle was reprimanded by the Chief Baker, obviously he is comforting. I have seen with my own eyes how cruel he treats him. Belle, how could you do this? It was him. Have you tried Pam's new dessert? A deliciousness that anyone can fall into. His intoxicated expression stung his heart. This is not love, Pam. I just look forward to his strength. I can do it too. Not Belkench's mind. A long effort compared to Pam's work. Yours is trash, trampled cruelly by him. I thought they were the ones who spent their lives together. So it hurts more. And I was furious when I heard Belle's story. Anger goes straight to the head. Lying on the ground and slapping on the table. May and Belle were both taken aback. Just because that kind of person wants to give up their dreams. The injury is too deep. I couldn't even make dessert for a while. Listen to Belle's bitter whispers. So let me be absolutely clear. Let's open a store. They say they have no confidence. Facing Belle's rejection. I raised my voice wrong. The more you do this, the more you have to work hard to successfully show them. Why give up on Belle's dream because of scum? It's lucky to recognize that kind of bad person sooner. What if you only found out after getting married? How much to regret. The two were stunned like they were struck by lightning. Anyway, that kind of person can't change in his life. Just stop the loss in time. Just throw away and get Belle's life back. Belle's expression gradually became more subtle. Seems to think I'm right, but still hesitant. Shouldn't he still have nostalgia for that person? It's not that my feelings for him have been sorted out. Belle is better than resolute. If you still have nostalgia, you will have a headache. Although it is a hobby, but making dessert every day shows that there is still obsession. Obviously can't let go of the dream. Belle's pupils wobbled. Give up your dreams for that kind of man? What a pity Belle's life is. A deep struggle appeared on Belle's face. Seems to be convinced by me, but the scars he left stood in the way of the final step. You have to get rid of this hesitation. Thought of a good way. I thought I was the main character. Episode 27. You two feel that I have been very pressured to invest for you. Do you need help? Intentionally used two names. Yeah, sure. But these two agreed too quickly, right?
May and Belle answered without hesitation. Hurt my fragile heart. Forbear the heartache and express your thoughts. Then let's bet. Bet. May and Belle look at me puzzled. If you win the bet, I'm not going to talk about investments anymore. To bring people in, you have to do what you like. Didn't show a wavering expression for a moment, squinting at me. If we lose, we accept the investment. That's right, since it's a bet. Two people looking at each other seriously consider whether to accept it. It seems I'm really annoying. It's too much. What did you bet on? I press down the raised corners of my mouth. Calm enough to know it's Apology Day in a week. Of course, who doesn't know? Apology Day is a local event. At the end of each month, think back on what you did wrong this month. A day to apologize in person. Thanksgiving Day in the middle of the month. Although both days are shy. But I think it's a fun and meaningful activity. Luciano and I. It is also often used to resolve the backlog of emotions. In short, there is a custom of giving small gifts on Apology Day. So there will be a place in the central square to sell easy cookies. A small market for ornaments, flowers, etc. Then we will try to sell Plum and Belle desserts. If I reach the target sales volume, I will win. If you can't sell it out, you win.
What is the target sales volume? No tough questions, just the thought of selling. The two seemed very nervous. 100, I said triumphantly. The two stared at the round eyes, didn't seem to expect to hear this number. But I don't think it's unreasonable. Take this flavor and add my suggestion. Sure to sell. And if the price is too small, they're not going to be happy. So I just shouted a bold number. If you can sell 100 desserts in one day, how about just accepting my investment? If you can't convince me by just talking, prove it with actual results. Wait a minute, we need to discuss it privately. Seems to be taken aback by this number. After a moment of hesitation, he opened his mouth slowly. Take your time. Considering that they may be difficult to accept immediately, I readily agreed. The two of them distanced themselves from me. They huddled together and whispered. But there's one thing that really stuck with me. Belle is reluctant to open a store because of psychological shadow. But why not? At this time, the two seemed to have finished discussing. He turned and walked over with a determined expression on his face. Say it in the tone of your voice. If you lose, you will give up quickly. They accepted the bet. It is of course willing to admit defeat in gambling, but you have to give it your all. It's a foul to cut corners. Of course, that's right. If the goods we have prepared cannot be sold out, miss, buy the rest. We have to get our money back, right? Did not quickly propose a stop-loss plan. This business talent makes me think it's a pity they don't do business. Sold because the Apology Day is approaching. We got busy preparing. Confirm the booth application process. Submit materials before the deadline. Biscuits are better. The brownies are also good when cut into pieces. I have an idea. Would you like to try it? Is it okay to confirm the taste after the menu? Well, I always feel like something is missing. It's better to add a little sour. Repeated debugging of the formula. Since it is a gift, packaging is also important. The price is cheaper. Keep a reasonable profit. A busy week is fleeting. In the blink of an eye, the long-awaited Apology Day arrived. What should I do if I feel like I can't sell it? The location is so bad. It's that bad? Yeah, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Belle and the blue-faced emperor whispered. The market in the central square just opened. They showed up early. As May said, the corner position is really unfavorable. This is a helpless move to apply too late. But I'm still confident. Worried about what? It's sure to be a big seller. How can you not worry? I'll break down if the guests don't sleep well. Belle's uneasy protest. There's no way what I've tasted is bad. If you can't sell it out, you'll lose a lot. Legs trembling without anxiety. I can't sell them all. I'll buy them all. Belle, forget it. Why is even Cole like this? The way they fidget makes me anxious. Okay, stop shaking and start business. Are you ready? Okay. The two of them took out the goods with trembling. When it is about to be placed on the counter, oh my God, it's so cute! It's a macaron, right? The stall owner next door suddenly started talking. So quick response, I have a winning smile. Yes, Mei Meng Meng's response, give me one. How did you come up with such a cute look? Gotta buy it while it's sold out. How much is it?
Curious about the taste, May and Belle were completely stunned. They don't know what to do. I went forward. How many per fairy tale coin? 2 first. Taste it before deciding whether to add it or not. It's super delicious. After tasting 2, I will definitely regret buying less. So before you start, hurry up and try it. Try it now. The first 2 coins were placed in the coal palm. The 2 are still in a trance. How could it be sold so quickly? Did you say it would be a big sale? This was to be expected. After all, the menu is carefully designed. When they were selling something, I proposed making macarons. Even the taste and shape are tender yellow. Chicken macarons with eyes and mouth painted on the cake. Although there is no shortage of exquisite desserts, but this cartoon look is unique, instantly attracts attention, and cute, formal, and apologetic. Marketing strategies are also crucial. Sure enough, people stopped and asked one after another, "What is this?" It's an edible macaron. "Mom, I want this. It tastes great too. Please give me one." Some inquiries are directly converted into orders. As sales increase, the 2 gradually gained confidence. Delicious to one is definitely not enough. So cute. The popularity of receiving an apology will disappear. Watch them actively promote. I smile with relief. Didn't wait for the emergency to end. The outcome of the bet has been determined. After tasting the sweetness of sales, how can you possibly be satisfied with being a hobby? I leisurely watched their busy figures. The proportion next to the lady was suddenly born. Don't you want to browse other stalls? That's not like the proportion that would offer. Is there anyone you want to apologize to? Yes! I snickered at the look on his face when he was caught. I wanted to ask for details. Still do it. They want to see the media and do business. We can't refuse Billy's request. I'll take you obediently. You can go by yourself. No. Billy suddenly got a straight face. Serious and uncomfortable, will be scolded by the count. The second half of the sentence is very unconvincing.
Even the proportion of you. Am I so untrustworthy? Obviously enough, if I don't follow, Billy doesn't seem to be going out to buy presents, peeking at May and Belle. People continue to show interest in chick macarons. They are very busy. It should be fine to leave temporarily, right? What to buy? Reach out to Billy. And that's when proportion takes my hand. His expression eased. We wandered around slowly, picking out gifts. What is being torn to buy? Want something to eat? The food is a bit muddy. The gerberas over there are beautiful. He probably doesn't like flowers either. Who made him choose so carefully? After shopping for a long time, stop in front of a jewelry stand. Would you like to see this? Okay, see? Billy's eyes scanning the video. It dawned on me that it was the proportion of women in relationships. The whole body is affected and restless to play tricks on him. But look at how carefully he chooses. Still hold back. Wait until you choose the gift before teasing him. Itchy mouth. Can't wait to tease him. Billy is hesitating between a hairline and a necklace. I played Detective Espine while he was picking. Billy lives in the maid's quarters below our house, and usually stay with me. Then the other party must be at the bottom of our house. Unmarried women of similar age, Sally in the kitchen, Gina in charge of her mother's daily life, Lola of Dairy Gardens. While I was working on my detective instincts, a huge shadow suddenly fell beside him. Pressure strikes. So scared that he turned around and saw a giant. Tall ones need to look up completely to see clearly. Pandas coming down from the mountains. Unconsciously open your mouth. I thought I was the protagonist. Episode 28. First meeting. Attracted because of the pressure-tracked body shape. Even more amazing is yet to come. An immature face that is highly inappropriate for one's size. White cheeks with baby fat. How big is it? Just looking at my face, I seem to be only 3 or 4 years older than me. They're bigger than the average adult. So tall now. What an exaggeration in adulthood. Or is it already an adult and just childhood? In short, the sense of disharmony between the face and the body is extremely strong. Then the dazzling blonde hair caught the eye. Such a brilliant hair color. Only seen on Luciano. The man with green eyes is rather handsome. If Luciano is an experienced beauty, and this guy has a kind of redeeming charm. Handsome guys are always right. But this guy has a weird vibe, as if soaked in melancholy. Melancholic beautiful men are also good. Such a temperament drama.
It is particularly inappropriate to choose accessories carefully. How good is it worth considering? Can't help but follow the line of sight of the video expert. The lens is a knot bracelet. Wishing bracelet.
Wish wearing period. If the knot is broken, it will be realized. Bracelet with simple instructions. Is there an urgent desire? See him looking so seriously. Can't help but think so. It's just superstition. When looking away at random, but attracted by the bracelet design. Sky blue rope with a rope knot bracelet with rough crane red stone. The style and color scheme of red rough stone with gold rope. It was like it was made for us. This is exclusive to me and Luciano. Suddenly want to buy it, but the inner instinct warns, it's pointless consumption. Hear the wallet wailing. You can't live without a bracelet. Irrational consumption, knowing but losing to desire. How much is this? 5 copper painting coins each. That's a wishing bracelet. The wish will be realized when the rope is cut off during wearing. After further hesitation, I decided to buy. Please pack this. I take this now. It's okay to spend impulsively occasionally. Thanks for your patronage. I wish you all the best. The sky blue bracelet is handed over to me. The gold model was charged by the seller for packaging. Hear amazement. He turned around and saw the giant, looking back and forth between me and the golden bracelet in a panic. Did you originally want to buy that? The man knower failed to answer. The seller adds carefully after observing the words and expressions. What should I do? Handmade. Only this one is left. The remorse on the man's face deepened, and he wanted to call Immortal Tao immortal. But those jade-colored green eyes are unbearable. Do you want to give it to you? The man's eyes widened in surprise. If this is an apology gift, it will never let. Just thought the color scheme suited me and Luciano. I just want to buy one. What he wants. Exactly the one I was going to give Luciano. Since it's not for my own use, it's not bad to give it to someone who needs it more. After the proposal, the man pondered for a moment and slowly shook his head. Hesitation in the polite attitude. Seems unwilling to accept alms. Don't you want to prepare an apology gift? Let me help at this time. It was well-intentioned. The man's expression suddenly collapsed as soon as he finished speaking. Seeing him cry, I was dumbfounded. What did I do? It's obviously humbling, not robbing. What's wrong? No, nothing. I can't send it out anyway. Miss, use it, the man said sadly. What kind of engine is there? He looked as sad as if I had robbed him of something. Passers-by must have thought I made him cry. A man with a monotonous body. There is a susceptible. Then when I buy it and confirm it, well, miss, buy it, the man replied. The seller is strong, wraps the gold bracelet and hands it to me. As a result, I always stick to the man's plaintive eyes. What is this proportional buying? Because of anxiety, I want to urge the proportion to go fast. Proportional is looking at me with astonishment. What is that look? Miss, just turn around. How do you even make people cry when you meet them for the first time now? What the hell did Billy do with you? Staring back and forth between me and the man. It's not me jumping up. No, I didn't make you cry. I'm so sorry. If Our Lady makes you sad, I'm so sorry. But Billy didn't believe me. Apologized directly to the man. The man who was suddenly apologized looked flustered. No, I said I didn't do anything. What if the owner knew about this? In exchange for a normal romance novel, people around will obviously say that Our Lady is the best. Why is it that all I get is doubt? Why do people around me always feel like I must be in trouble? I am innocent. But that person's eyes are red. That's what he's going to cry about? Weren't you right there? Didn't hear us. I really didn't do anything. I'm busy picking out what I want to buy. Billy's confident answer left me speechless at this time. The man who had been observing suddenly spoke. I didn't cry, miss. I'm not at fault. Although the man finally told the truth. Are you saying that you didn't cry because of Our Lady? Billy's suspicions did not abate. Too much, right? The man wiped away the tears and replied calmly. Incredible proportions repeatedly confirmed several times. Really? Just tell the truth, it's okay. Miss is really not wrong. Instead, he said he would give me this product? It seems that this person has a conscience and tells the truth. That's right.
The lady just said to give him the thing. Until the stall owner, who couldn't stand it, also spoke for me. There was a reassuring look on Billy's face. I died suddenly, watching the conversation between the two. Billy seemed to notice my evil gaze. But why?